I guess I should probably just put this away then.
All right. As your DM, I'm just as you were describing all that, I was like internally in the back of my head, write that down, write that down.
Of course.
I need to
pure
work
gold.
on my scenes to do like just one button, just to like fade and then everyone's talking and stuff. I'm like, ha 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 ha. He's just having fun.
Yeah, do that.
By the way,
you're gonna end up with Cody saying something random.
Yeah, dumb again. Yeah.
To us safe.
Yeah.
Hello, everyone. We're joined here today by our lovable DM Hex,
Hi.
our drunken monk fisty kind of fighter, our artistic drunken fist fighter. No, sorry, monk. Nomad.
Hello,
Our
you beautiful people.
our dark and gloomy obsessed imp having healing warlock Glitter.
Hello.
And is Cody here? He's
Cody's
not, is
not
he?
here.
Yeah, Cody did say he was not going to be able to make it today.
Oh, okay, yeah,
Got it.
Tolerito tax. Okay, yeah, okay. And we're joined by Seth.
The sun will consume the earth one day.
Yay.
I like how everyone
Our-
else got an
Yeah,
amazing
I know. I was
introduction.
leaving you to Radek Foz. Our underaged edgelord, bare-chested Asian Twinkie, like K-pop style kind of barbarian.
I don't even know where you're going with this. Okay,
I mean, you are underage,
I just feel like
and you're kind of like
uh,
K-pop Twinkie.
I'm
he
just
though?
playing a character. Okay.
I saw your art. Like, what do you want me to say?
I feel like you're attacking me for not making the character older.
Just a little
No.
guy.
Yeah,
I
you're
think
just a
maybe
little
she just-
guy.
He's not little. He's just very reserved.
He's very impressionable.
Hi.
Yes.
He's my best
I
friend.
got
He's
time
And
to grow
edgy.
into it.
He's
Okay.
my homeboy, my rotten soldier. He's my sweet cheese, my good time boy.
Anyway, quite the way to introduce the people.
There is some Seth appreciation. I'll show it again, just because
He's my
we
best friend.
can.
He's my pal. He's my homeboy, my rotten soldier. He's my sweet cheese, my good time boy.
My good time boy. It's kind of quiet, isn't it?
Because he's my best friend. He's my pal. He's my homeboy, my rotten soldier. He's my sweet
Yeah.
cheese, my good time boy.
Let's crank that up by like 10 decibels. Let's see what happens
'Cause
here.
he's my best friend. He's my pal. He's my homeboy, my rotten soldier. He's my sweet cheese, my good time boy.
I took Matt Berry and Richard Ayoade for a reason. Because, I mean, Seth basically is Richard Ayoade's son. It's canon now. And Matt
Really?
Berry, because Matt Berry. Hey, you are, though. Like, your mannerisms, the fact that you're, like, half Irish, half African.
It's just slander.
Like, nothing? No slander, why?
Just
Now, I did increase some points, though.
Random insertions about where I'm from.
Oh, well, I mean, you keep feeding these insertions into me. It's like you're penetrating deep into my person.
Phrasing.
You know? It's like, what do you mean?
I would
phrasing?
like to just acknowledge for the people who are watching, this channel is perfectly monetizable. We are not a brand risk. And
Not a
anyone
brand
who takes
risk?
this out of and anyone who takes this out of context, please grow up.
It's a Seth, yes. I did increase some channel point rewards because some people were kind of taking the piss. And speaking of pissing, I've never drank so much water before.
You wanted to make sure you were healthy.
Yeah. Yeah, of course. Anywho's, that's me. Introductions aside, we're playing our Mad Marshes again. I don't know if you have music running, Pax. I don't hear any.
Oh, I was not playing any music. I actually, yeah, I mean, I might as well. Yeah. Give me a second.
Got
Oh,
my
yeah.
lo-fi on in the background, just very low. But then I could just turn it down a bit more. It's not picking it up, is it? Ooh.
Might just be too low.
Let me just check. It might be. Seth is
Oh, I
my
see.
good time boy.
My sweet
See.
cheese.
My sweet
Sweet
cheese. My rotten soldier.
Hello, soldier.
Let's see.
With
In
that
the
in mind,
meantime, do carry on.
Oh yeah. Before I start, I do want to ask, because I'm like mega curious now. Out of all of you, who's been watching, or who has watched What We Do in the Shadows? Just a quick yes or no.
I haven't
Yeah.
seen it. I've heard of it though. I have not seen it.
All right, Glitter, you and I are now
Seen
best friends.
Snippets,
We'll talk about
snippets
it
of
later.
it. I used
Oh,
to
yeah.
dislike Matt Berry, but the more
Hmm.
I see of him, just the more I like him.
He grows on you. He grows on you. All
Yeah.
He
right.
does. He does.
Oh yeah. Speaking of vampires, before I forget, when you guys later, Mads, when you get the chance, check the meme section
Oh my.
Did I not already?
if you haven't done so already.
Memes. Let's see. Oh, Twilight Lights.
And that's the panel
That's
I was
funny.
referring to.
Oh shit. Okay.
Yeah, Ultimate Avengers.
It was funny.
I like it. Mm.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So I'm gonna go ahead and pick up if that's all right with everybody.
Yes.
Take us there.
All right, everybody. You know where we're at. We're in Malbrosia. The five of you had just you intrepid adventurers had set your traps for the oncoming orc horde, with Dusk setting up rope traps and Foster digging up trap holes. Once the preparations were complete, the desperate fight ensued as everyone attempted to survive the encounter. Dusk locking eyes with the leader as he retreated back from the melee, Arvad standing his ground on behalf of Rezulea, and Mathilda in the middle of the melee until even her strength gave out, being some of the stressful highlights of that fight. With the dust finally settling, our heroes managed to triumph over their enemy. Seeing that the enemy being diminished, with the majority of them having been slain, the heroes bed down for evening on top of the hill overlooking the encampment. And where I'm going to pick up is I'm going to ask all of you a quick question, because you are bedding down up here about 2 miles-ish, so several thousand feet, tens of thousands of feet away from the encampment, and you are able to see like small pinpricks of activity. Not as much as it once was, you having taken a great chunk out of it in the previous fight. I have to inevitably ask, with you bedding down here, are all of you setting up a watch?
Oh yeah, definitely setting up a watch. Like I don't have to sleep for more. I have to go into. I don't have to sleep. I can go into a trance for like 4 hours, so I can just do that and then take turns with somebody.
Got it. So I guess inevitably I have to ask, since technically a long rest for anybody else that isn't half elven or elven, it has to be an 8-hour rest. So who's going on what watch and how long for? So that way I know how to keep track of this.
I can go and watch.
Yeah.
It's the watch shifts are 2 hours each, are they not? Usually?
With let's see, I'm trying to remember. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's 5 of you. So there's you okay, Matilda?
Yeah, I was yawning. And I went
okay.
like, yo.
I was like, what's
That's-
going on?
It's
All
so
right,
Kind of
silly.
fell down a well.
But with
Chatting.
the five of you here, it's up to you when you want to set each other up on watches. So let's see, it's like 1, 2, 3, 4. So technically, if each of you does a 2-hour watch by yourself, you technically one of you doesn't technically have to take a watch if you don't want to. So it's just up to you. Just
I
let
could
me
take
know.
like the early morning one.
Yeah.
So just before you
So,
guys
like,
get back
I
up,
could take
just-
like, I could take the last one. It's fine. I can get like food on and stuff.
All right. So, what time is it? What time of time is it? Is it currently?
technically, give me a second. Oof, gassy from the food. Excuse me. Anyways, I was gonna say, to answer your question there, Arvad, it is technically like around. By the time you had the energy kind of ebb out of your body, and
out!
oh, I guess we
Oh
got a
my
Cody
god.
today. Hey,
I
Foster,
won.
On up.
I'm glad you were able to make it after all.
Cody.
What happened
Now
to
I just
Texas?
need to wait until my headphones connect.
We're just talking at him. He doesn't hear a damn word.
Oh no, I could hear you guys.
Oh.
It was just coming through my computer.
Oh, gotcha. That makes more sense.
Cody.
I
we're
know
not going
why
to
everyone else Oh no, ma'am, it's just later. I just was trying to get ready, and I was able to get ready faster.
Oh,
Oh,
cool.
okay.
That's great.
Anyways, do you need me to catch you up or?
Yeah, because I have no idea what has happened.
You joined really quickly, so TLDR. Essentially, just we're setting up a watch for the evening as you guys bed down. To answer your question, Arvad, it's right now like about. I'm trying to remember what time I set up in my head. Give me a second while I do the math. It's about like 8 o'clock in the evening, so it's because it's technically summer. There was a teensy bit of light out, but it has already passed the horizon thanks to the mountains kind of like blocking a lot of the light from coming through. So it is relatively dark out here, but it is like 8 o'clock.
All right.
8
You
o'clock, more
guys
like.
wouldn't let like a 14-year-old kid stay up on his own, like, and not get the full 8 hours sleep. He's a grown boy, you know.
No, we should probably go like Arvad, Foster, me, Mathilda.
Yeah. So I will take the first
No,
watch.
you gotta learn to take charge, so you're staying up first.
I'll take the
Nah.
first watch.
Show
then.
us your leadership capabilities.
I'll take the first watch, and if a boar shows up and starts eating Foster, I'm not going to stop it.
It wouldn't be the first time.
Best watchman ever. Oh no, my teammate's being eaten by a boar. Oh no.
It wouldn't be the first time I've been eaten and had to dig my way out of a carcass.
What was it like Luke in Star Wars just getting out of the tauntaun?
Now I'm just thinking about that scene from the Clash of the Titans where Perseus basically cut his way out of that giant scorpion.
Oh yeah.
It's just like
times.
Well, thankfully, I wouldn't have to worry about the smell. I'm in an airtight suit. Mostly airtight suit.
Okay. So just to make sure I have the list here because I am writing this down. Dusk will be on the first 2-hour watch. The second 2-hour watch will be who?
I guess I'll go. Yeah,
Foster
anyone
at
else
4?
but me.
Gotcha.
No.
Oh no. Okay. Anyone but else. Okay. My bad.
Yeah.
All right. So Dusk, Foster, I can go.
Oh no, I said no one else but not me.
All right.
Okay.
Not it.
And nose goes.
So just Arvad, me, Mathilda.
I'm
Say
sorry.
that.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
I mean, I'll wake the what's it called? Like Dusk's ass up if I need.
I'm going to be awake from the first watch.
Mhm.
There you go.
Sure.
And Matilda's taking the last watch. I just need 2 separate instances of 2-hour watches that need to be watched. So 2 more people need to technically volunteer. Or I mean, like I said,
Since meditation can technically help me replace sleep, I could probably take 2 watches if you want.
I could take 2 watches. Yeah.
So you only need 4 hours of sleep then? Well, you have that, right?
Yeah, I can do trance.
Hey, I know you can. I was asking Arvad because
My bad.
Yes. Yeah, sleep sleep is just is a luxury for me given where I am.
Arvad, what's your race again?
Monk.
Race.
No, your race.
All right, human.
Yeah. Okay. So one of the things that monks do is, in order to kind of gain like their key points back, they could do that rest, that meditation that you mentioned, and
Yeah.
as part of their 1 hour, rest. But that doesn't necessarily apply to like sleep.
Okay.
Because you're physically a human, you still need the full 8 hours if you want the full effects of the long rest.
It's 6 hours. Sorry.
The reason Rezulea is able to do it is because I believe Rezulea is half elf, or are you full elven? I don't remember.
Azamar.
Oh, you're Azamar? Wait, you get that off with Azamar?
That's what the Google told me.
Let me check real quick. I'm sure you're right. I just like knowing for my own sake because I didn't remember Azamars if they got that or not.
I don't think so.
Isn't that an elven thing? Oh, she's one of those Dusk, one of those fallen, Asimar, isn't she?
I think so.
Like gravy, the plot thickens.
Sorry, I don't mean to check you on this. It's just I like making sure I have this in my brain so I can remember for the future.
Vibranium.
My brainium.
We call that the brainium cranium.
Yep.
Next, I've sent you something in Discord.
Okay, thank you. I will check it.
I watched, fucking Cody do those donuts in the car in the garage today as I was like editing it. It was like, oh, for fuck's sake.
I'm
And
just
that
wondering
little
how he
giggle
was
just
able to do
happened.
that.
Like,
In all honesty, it was pretty impressive.
I'm just amazed he didn't break anything.
He was so
Mm.
happy.
It's because I'm a capable driver.
Yes, who also likes to drive past the speed limit and injure every person on the road, both dead and alive.
Okay.
Yeah, you say that,
And-
Cody. But in that same episode, you hit something like 5 times. My car's busted. I need a new one.
I didn't hit anything while I was doing the donuts.
Yeah, the donuts will
You
give you a
got
pass,
lucky,
but
kiddo.
I mean just on the road.
Mom, stop teasing me. Hey.
Sorry, I was taking a drink out of my new insulated water bottle.
Nice.
Out of my grown-ass man bottle. Looks like,
Can you send me
okay,
the link
fine.
to what you're looking at as well, please?
Huh? Sorry, what?
I would like to see what Glitter has sent about the ASMR.
Yeah, I'm reading this thing. There's nothing that says, even through the Fallen Azamar category that you picked, there's
I
nothing
think
that
you
says
might-
you.
I think you might
Oh,
be
maybe
confusing
people
it
like
with
me.
elves.
Yeah, because if you might have picked elves, then you accidentally got it from them, but you don't, because you yourself are an Azamar, not elf. You don't get that ability, so you do need the 8 hours. Mind you, technically 6 of them have to be of you asleep, and then like 2 hours of very, very light activity. So just keep that in mind when you guys are doing your long rest. Yeah.
Like reading,
Okay, so
whittling wood.
It's 6 hours. It's 6 hours
all that
sleep.
kinda stuff.
8 to get the 8 hours, it's 2 hours of essentially watch, like you said, whittling and whatnot. Just as long as it's not like moving around, doing anything strenuous.
Like an hour sort of like a short rest could even be like a brisk walk through town. Like,
Yeah, even just a
leisurely
walk.
stroll.
Yeah,
Could
as
I-
long as you aren't straining, whatever that
Could I-
means. Okay.
could I do what I was trying to do in our DM?
Let me read.
My rotten soldier.
I'll reply to you in DMs. I am paying attention.
Okay.
let's see. Okay. So
Sorry
now
about
that
getting that mixed up, by the way.
no, it's okay. It happens. Like
No,
sometimes
that's
we just
fine.
read a bunch of things. Like, dude, there's so many rules in this game. Sometimes just like we forget what's supposed to
Right,
apply
yeah.
when.
Mhm.
So are you still okay? With that,
I think our
all kind of
stance,
like
I think
Yeah.
our stance would be more like we'd like it to be correct instead of being like competitive or calling you out and stuff. So it's
I like
more
that.
like oh shit, we may have made a mistake here. Let's correct it from now on. Instead of oh Glitter, you're so wrong and stuff.
you're cheating. We're not here to ban that out. We're more like it helps us both as DMs and players to make sure we keep track of this stuff.
Remember
Yeah.
when
No,
we
I
talked
do
to
that.
Ian? Cody.
What did Cody say?
He's
He
trying
said, "Oh
to be
no,
the
I do that."
contrarian.
Oh
Must be the
no.
contrarian at every argument or discussion.
Everyone
why?
needs to have a
Because it's
devil's
funny.
advocate.
Because it's funny.
Like a goober.
Okay.
Oh.
So unless we've changed stuff, I have Dusk for the first 2-hour watch, and I still need somebody for the next one. Who is going next?
I'll do it.
Okay, Arvad, thank you.
I'll take the two
And who's
last
going-
ones.
You want to take 2 last ones, so you want to take a 4-hour watch.
If needed, sure.
No,
I'm
you wanna
hearty.
take-
I'll take the last one since
you wanna take
it's
the
clearly
last.
needed.
the last 2 hours specifically.
Yeah, I'll take the last one.
Oh, okay.
So I can
Oh,
put
okay,
it
then
on
I-
like
You've confused. No, you've confused. You've confused.
Yeah,
by saying
because when you said the last 2, I thought you meant the last
2
the
watches.
2, literally the 2
Oh.
watches. That's why I was
Okay.
like, wait a minute. Mind you, you're allowed to. There are consequences for it. Okay, but so who's
Cody
the third
work.
watch? Okay, so we're gonna let Foster.
Yeah.
Okay, doke. All right. So, unless you guys have something you'd like to do before you all bed down, I'm gonna give you guys a second. Anything?
Actually, yeah, I'd like to remind Cody that tomorrow is Viscera cleanup detail. Just letting you know.
I don't remember.
That man! Sorry, just a joke.
Okay, fair. All right. With all that in mind, I would like Dusk. Would you mind rolling me a perception check real quick?
Ha! I am excellent at those.
Oh lord.
Perception check.
Oh
And
no.
by excellent, I mean shit.
No, what did you run? Oh, fuck me.
Oof.
For now, it's a relatively quiet evening as everyone kind of is like bedded down or is starting to begin to bed down amongst their, camping supplies and rolls. I do
He's
say,
just
even with
like-
that. Go
He's
ahead.
not paying attention. He's just writing like edgy lyrics in his like fantasy hot topic notebook. It's like, oh yeah, I'm so edgy and I'm so dark.
Man, I'm surprised. Dude, this is like the edge of society. I'm surprised they have a hot topic in Beer Zen Weird.
Fantasy hot
Look, I'm
topic,
just
yeah.
practicing my brooding, like Batman
Oh my
brooding at the
God.
top of a tree. Just not paying
There's
any
a hot
attention to you
topic
people.
everywhere.
Yeah.
You're right, you're right.
Yes.
And they are everywhere. Okay.
Yeah, it's run by
But-
Drow.
Oh my
Of course.
god. No. Okay. Anyways, I was gonna describe one last thing though. Even with that 5, you do hear off in the distance, pretty far away. With that perception check, you won't know for sure how far, but you do hear what sounds like a lonely wolf just howling. And nothing. There's no moon out tonight, so it's kind of weird. But they're howling. Oh. No response from anybody else. It is, in fact, a lonely wolf. All right. With that done,
Yeah.
Dusk, your watch is over. Arvad, I need you to
Alright.
roll me a perception check.
All right. Let's see.
Let's see if he stays
if
sober.
Let's see if Roll20 is also gonna be nice to me today.
RNG, Jesus, please.
Oh, please. Oh my
Okay.
god.
That's a 7. Okay. Relatively quiet once again. You your watch relatively goes by with uneventfully. The only thing that really kind of caught your eye, if at all, was Bacon farted once in his sleep. You know, a quick poop, and you moved away for obvious reasons. But other than that, quiet
What?
evening.
What is that? What is that woman eating you?
Oh, he just eats everything.
Clearly.
He's an omnivore.
Yeah, I can.
No,
Well, I can see what he. Well, whatever he had for dinner, I think he needs to cut back before he kills somebody.
Alright. Arvad, your watch is over. Foster, you get woken up by Arvad, and
Hey.
Arvad goes, "Oh,
Hey, midget, it's your turn to watch.
So yeah, he sits up, still wrapped up in his warm sleeping bag, and he
Aw.
hobbles over to the campfire.
Boing, boing, boing.
Shakes my head. Eddie,
Hang
Where
on,
did I
do
put
you
that
sleep with the gas mask on?
No, it's inside of my helmet, and I don't sleep in my helmet. Usually,
Awesome.
Alright, Foster, you know what I'm gonna ask. Go ahead and roll.
right? Do.
And
Or
give me a
testing.
second. Give me a second and give me a second because I'm also replying to something else. Oh, nice.
Holy shit!
Well, damn.
Okay, that almost tipped over to be a 2.
Damn, that
Lucky.
would have
John's
been pain.
like a 20.
Hey, Rezulea, I do have a brief question, by the way, for you.
Okay.
Do you... So, you're not on watch, are you?
No, I'm not.
Okay, so, in regards to what you were doing, do you wake up at any point in the middle of the night? To do it, I mean. Just say yes or no would suffice.
Yes.
Okay. Sorry, I'm
Do
so-
it.
I do have a quick question. I'm gonna send it to you right now.
Okay.
Okay, and while you answer that, back to me in a second. Foster. So, with that natural 20, you see relatively quickly, about 15 minutes into your watch, you don't really see anything in your immediate vicinity, and in an inevitable sight boredom, you kind of can't help but, like, look in the direction of the orc encampment that is not too far away from you. Mind you, it's hard to make out details out in the middle of the evening, but you do see that, from what you remember, a lot of their fires seem to be snuffed out or are beginning to get snuffed out for some reason or other. There is clearly activity going on at the camp, but until you get up and get closer and find out for yourselves, at the moment you just know that something's going on. Lights are going out at camp, and you have no idea why.
I guess I could go and investigate.
I wouldn't do that if I were you.
Hell yeah!
Uh,
Nothing's learned from the last steps.
Yeah, so I'm gonna finally unzip myself, and I'm gonna go over to
From the fucking
my backpack, sling it on my back, reach back there and pull out
shit.
my drill, and I'm gonna start walking into the distance before I put it on silent mode, and I'm gonna dig into the ground. So
Oh, this
instead
is
of it
fun.
sounding like an entire construction site, it sounds like a leaf blower.
Okay, so you're literally physically. So you're 2 miles away. I'm assuming you'll probably do that when you get a lot closer to the encampment, right?
Yeah, I'm gonna like go a little ways away and then
I
do
would say,
that.
yeah, I would say probably because you're very familiar with how loud your contraption can be. I would say it's not exactly subtle when it comes to its noises, so you probably know within about relatively. It could be heard up to 500 feet away. So for the purposes of this, I would say you probably get within 500 feet of the camp, and then you decide to burrow. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. I will say because you are approaching the camp a little bit closer, to within 500 feet. You do at this point, as you're approaching the camp by yourself, it is starting to actually get the darkness that was being enveloped or that was enveloping the camp as they were starting to snuff out their fires. It begins to kind of relight for some reason, and now that you're kind of like in the divot between the one hilltop that you were from and the encampment itself, which is itself on a hill, it's just lower altitude. You do see what appears to be new light being formed for one reason or other, and at least according to your eyesight, it does appear to be slowly shifting away.
I don't understand a thing you said.
Basically,
Okay.
the lights are coming back on.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, lights are. Initially, everything was off, and mind you, it isn't to the degree and intensity the light was before. But
Well, I'm not caring about the light. Can I see people moving around? Because
not
he's gonna get. I'm gonna dig underground. Move. Move pretty close before I create. I don't even use the drill. I just kind of like take my one of my shovels and just kind of like create a hole that I can stick my head through, and doing like kind of the cat thing where you only
Dig,
see
dig,
the
dig,
top
dig,
of my
dig.
head and my eyes.
Gotcha.
Uh.
Well,
I'm trying to see if there's any like particular movements going on.
I mean, as you kind of get closer and you begin to kind of like dig your way up and over, and you do begin to actually see at this point, managing to kind of pull yourself up, you do see a small group, a group no larger than maybe 6 or 7 torchbearers that seem to be now definitely moving away from the camp.
Moving away from moving. Are they moving in the direction of our camp or?
Oh no, they're moving further east, so to speak. So definitely away from where you guys are at the moment. Like if cardinal direction wise, you were positioned northwest of this thing, they're going east.
Okay. So it's basically this camp seems to be run by a skeleton crew.
Well, what was left of it? After all, you guys did just kind of like smack around the majority of the people who were here. So yes, at the moment, it looks like whatever was left, it seems to be moving away.
Interesting. Well, what is left?
As the light kind of goes with them, after all, they snuffed out everything from the camp itself. You can't really easily see. You just know that if there's anything here, it's completely dark. Everything, there's no torches, there's no campfires. All of it's been snuffed out and seems to be following the 7 individuals plus change who are moving east.
Interesting. Okay,
And
then I guess I'll head on back.
Yeah, and the procession it isn't just the 7 people. There are a few people ringing some of these lights, and it looks like it's a bit of a supply train as several of their items seem to be packed on mules and horses. And it's just, they're clearly moving out of camp at this point.
Got it.
Okay. So you're just gonna go back?
Yeah, I'm gonna go back.
Okay. So it's gonna take you time, like about, I would say, 5 minutes if you're really running, 10 if you're taking your leisurely stroll. But you can in fact make it back.
Yeah.
All right. Takes you 10 minutes. I'm assuming you're not rushing to get back, and you just sit down, and nothing else eventfully takes place.
All right.
All right. You go to wake up Mathilda now, Foster.
Yes.
Hello.
Hello. It's your turn.
Okay, I just stand up, stretch out, and pat Foster on his little head.
I'm gonna go get back in my sleeping bag.
You go and get a few more hours, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And I go and put on like some sort of pot or like a kettle or a pan and start like
making breakfast.
prepping like the morning routine for people. Yeah.
That's kind of you, Tilda. So I am gonna need you to roll me a perception check real quick.
I will. There we go. A 10. Oh god.
Better than the rest of
A
us.
10. We
All
talked
right.
about Cody got like a 20.
You did.
I mean,
You started not.
compared to me and
I getcha.
and Dusk. Yeah. Plus, you don't have to smell the boar's flatulence.
I mean, I smell it more than you do, you know.
Yeah, but it's just like, what are you feeding this boar?
Truffles, carrots, mushrooms, potatoes, apples. Just like a bunch of stuff that likes to ferment.
Well, that would explain so
Fermentate.
much. I'm scared of what would happen if you fed him actual fermented food.
Oh god, like beer and stuff, or like I don't know, I've never tried it.
How about we not do
But,
that unless you're trying to make a bioweapon?
I clean him often enough. It's like this, a hard bristle brush. Basically just the broom. Just like scrunch. Just clean him off.
Oh god.
So your 2 hours of wash go relatively uneventfully. There is nothing in your immediate vicinity that catches your attention, other than just you preparing breakfast, Mathilda. You hum, merry tune to yourself, and as the sun begins to kind of like rise slowly but surely over the horizon, the rest of your companions begin to wake up one by one and begin to join you for the breakfast that you seem to be laying down for for everyone else.
Okay, yeah, sure. Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
There wasn't enough wood to really cut anything down, but we should have more fire for breakfast.
Oh,
How was
good.
everyone's night?
More or less eventful. I
Well,
agree.
apparently the orcs in the distance, they're making some moves, but they were walking away last time I saw. So
Oh, you saw
we should
them.
probably
What do you mean?
investigate.
Were they?
Their
tell me.
camp.
You woke me up and you didn't tell me?
Slowly turn towards him as he says this.
Yeah,
As do I.
they were walking away.
With what exactly? Any idea what they were doing? Where they went?
They were heading out east.
Okay.
So
Were they armed? Did they have anything that we should know about?
when you
I
say
don't know.
walking
Were
away-
they armed, Hex?
When you say walking away, you mean a small party, raiding party.
Yes. Skeleton crew.
Oh, but there is a skeleton crew currently there. What is currently left?
I mean, nothing.
So the entire camp up and moved, and you didn't think to wake us up and tell us about it.
Yeah, I lean over and I start pulling him by the ear. Like, why didn't you tell us?
Well, I didn't know that would be a big deal.
What do you think we're camped out here for?
Can I please just have a moment with him? Just holds the staff, and just
God.
gently taps it on the hand.
Foster, what were you thinking?
Well, I mean, okay, granted I was tired.
I mean, the entire point of you standing on watch is that you pay attention.
I'll take his watch from now on. We can't. This can't happen again.
Never
Yes.
again.
Ever.
So,
That's-
for those who are curious, by the way, because inevitably, I'm assuming some of you hearing this information, kind of to verify what Foster has said,
Yeah.
as you look in the direction of the camp, it does look like some of the what's the word I'm looking for? Some of the encampments and placements, such as their wooden stakes, their tents or whatever, they do appear to be either trampled to the ground, full. What they took whatever they could, and it does appear to be abandoned. There might be some scraps for you to look through, or maybe even some weapons and items you can maybe get your hands on, but it clearly looks like it's been abandoned for hours.
Yeah.
So
I
they
start
have
divvying up the food to
roughly a 4-hour head start on us then.
Yeah,
Roughly.
I start divvying up food, and I go, Rezulea, sweetheart, could I ask you to maybe look through Grimory and get a closer eye on things? Is it
Absolutely.
worth going down there anymore?
Let's take a look. And I send Rimmery out to sweep over the camp to look over things. Reporting back that there are weapons, there are some items, but I don't know how.
Roll me a perception check for Grimory as well, please. Sorry, I don't mean to interrupt, but I have something to maybe add.
Perception check. I don't know how to find it. I'm afraid. Can anyone help me out?
You have your.
I should roll a D something.
I mean, you just roll a perception check on behalf of Grimory.
Yeah, and then you get, like, if someone wants to help you out, like, maybe if I give you like, vocal sort of stuff, like specifics, like, what is the encampment like, check these areas, like, that might give you an advantage, because you're the one looking through Grimory's eyes. But you just roll perception, it would count as an advantage.
What I'm saying is I can't figure out how to roll perception.
Oh,
just go to your.
Oh.
Well, not
Right.
through Grimory, because Grimory is actually built as an NPC, not like your guys' character sheets. So, just go ahead and roll me a d20, because I believe perception's a wisdom modifier, right?
Yes, it is.
Okay, cool.
Yes,
I'm
it
just
is,
gonna add.
yeah.
All right, so I'm just gonna say whatever roll plus the wisdom modifier, because clearly, according to this, imps are not
Okay.
perceptive. They're persuasive. Yeah, okay, 12. So that's 13. Okay.
An imp has a passive perception of 11, sir.
Yep.
Passive.
But she rolled a
Of
12.
a plus
so-
11.
Yep. And she rolled a 12 plus 1. So
Yeah.
13.
12.
So. Yeah, alright, anyways. So, as your imp flies over the encampment, taking a few occasional dives just to oversee it. As I mentioned before, there's a few scattered weapons about, whether they just were unable to take them or they were just too many of them, because there's a few out here. They have also trampled a lot of what appears to have been camping supplies, specifically tents, that have been just kind of like trampled into the ground. They might have knocked down a few more other things, and you notice two things with Grimmery in addition to what I've already described. You notice that there appears to be, unfortunately, several animals kind of slaughtered inside a little small pen that was set up. So there's quite a few, unfortunately, freshly murdered goats, as well as, pack mules and horses. So there's that. And in the dead directly center of camp, there does appear to be a goblin unconsciously tied up on a just giant, stake in the ground. His mouth fully covered with what you can only assume to be a tourniquet of some sort or other.
How the
And
fuck did I not see any of this shit?
Tourniquet?
Because this was from a distance.
I was literally up there. It definitely would have been with a natural 20, and I was there.
No,
with the
natural
nat
20 was
that was-
on the hill,
Hmm.
looking down onto the encampment.
No,
You
I
then
said
moved
I
in.
went up there while I'm still underground. I wanted to investigate the, like a bit closer.
Dig.
I think you may have dug a little too deep, my friend.
So as the DM, I apologize. I misunderstood what you meant. I thought you got up to like the side of it, and you didn't exactly tell me you were entering the camp itself.
Because he's my
I
best friend,
might have
he's my
just
pal,
misunderstood you.
He's my
I
homeboy,
apologize.
my rotten soldier. He's my sweet
Yeah,
cheese.
I'm like,
my good
well, I
time
mean, that
boy.
explains why you were giving me bare bones details. That's why I didn't tell anybody
Yeah.
anything, because that shit happened.
Sorry, I was.
Oh.
Because he's my best friend, he's my pal. He's my homeboy, my rotten soldier. He's my sweet cheese, my good time boy.
So you're trying to tell me you would have noticed this from underground?
I would have, which is why I said I would surface a little bit.
He's kind of like a
I didn't
gopher.
hear that part. Gosh,
Right.
you're
Pops his head up
gophering.
and is like, what?
Okay,
And then pops
I
back down.
apologize. I made the mistake. My bad.
Yeah.
It's fine. These
So
things
what are they
happen.
gonna do? Chase me into the underground? Good luck.
Oh, this hole is made for
I'm-
one Cody only.
Little did you know they have dire gophers to chase people.
Oh no.
Oh
Yeah.
God, we
They
did
have
this.
like
It
a-
wouldn't
like
be
a-
the it wouldn't be the
Diagram horse,
first
didn't we?
time I had to fight a dire gopher.
They have like
if
a
you get-
specialized goblin mining squad.
Or here's
It turns
another
into,
idea.
like-
How about we just? Yeah, here's another idea. How about we just get a whole bag of explosives and just drop it in there with him?
Or like water. You just see
Yeah.
it now. It turns into like brutal tunnel warfare. Like Foster
Goblin
fighting off
grenade.
like goblins with daggers with his shovel. Like, yeah,
Pipe bombs.
you and your pipe
Anyways,
bombs.
I'm
Once
gonna get
again-
my hands on pipe bombs here.
Once again, my apologies. That was my mistake. I
okay.
misunderstood you. But
It's
as
all
of this
good, I
moment,
understand.
you guys, this is what Zerulia probably relates back to the rest of you.
Indeed.
So, what would you all like to do?
I say we investigate it. Maybe the one left behind might have some information we could use.
Do we have like
I like that idea.
yeah, do we have like some sort of sled or cart? By any chance?
Maybe we
I
can
don't
make
know.
one.
As of this
What, in
moment,
this?
I don't.
You know how long
You
that
don't-
takes.
No sled, no cart, nothing like that.
Okay. Then I won't race ahead. I'll just join the party. I was hoping to maybe like load people up. And then like not charge ahead or like sprint or like gallop. But more like a sturdy pace. With everyone in tow. But no, we'll just go on foot.
All right. All of you collectively gather your supplies and your backpacks and everything, and you begin to all go in the direction of the orc encampment. Items and weapons stowed away. When you approach the camp to about, I would say, 200, 300 feet, a stench lies on the air as the scent of what you can only attribute to being a combination of rotting and decaying recently dead creatures. Well, you can only assume to probably be a latrine somewhere close by, mixed in with what you could seem to be like dying embers of, what was once campfires as you approach. Once you get within the camp itself, you do see a scattering past the encampments, emplacements. You see what appears to be a scattering of weapons and some shields that are either kind of slightly rusted through or been just kind of discarded away and abandoned, as we could only assume these creatures have fled away from this area. There seems to be tarps and other rent and relatively broken pieces of wood that would have held up some of these tents, shredded cloth from them as well. Whatever they took with them, they clearly just abandoned everything here. As for when you enter the center of the encampment, just a little bit above on the tippy top of the hill itself, you see what was earlier described before. What seems to be this goblin, unconscious still, just kind of lying tied up against it, feet dangling in the air. Is there any particular
Poke him
places?
with my shovel.
No, okay.
Wait, hang on. What do you do?
Poking him with my shovel.
Okay, poking, not hitting.
Yeah.
Okay.
You poke him, and he does stir for a moment, but it almost looks like he kind of either ignores it or goes back to sleep. You can't tell, but he just and then.
Okay, now I'm gonna hit him.
He goes unconscious or he goes to sleep?
He goes back to sleep.
Yeah, so now I'm gonna hit him.
Okay, I'm assuming you're not trying to kill him, so
right.
Yeah,
I just smack him across the face with the shovel. Yeah, non-lethally.
Like a slap instead of a beat down.
Yes. Just wait. This goes with the wake up. Bang.
That's one way to wake up, shovel in the face. So, Foster, you pick up your weapon and you just wham, just right across his face. And he goes. You can hear muffled screaming, and he seems to be unable to speak or anything, as he's now like wide-eyed, looking at everybody who's kind of approached him. Yeah, he is clearly panicked. He's just struggling in his restraints. He's clearly his feet are dangling and furiously kicking. But he's unable to go anywhere by the looks of things.
I'm glad you're awake. My friends have something to say to you.
I reach out to untie his gag.
Okay. So you reach up to untie his gag. It isn't relatively difficult to do so, as you untie from around his mouth, getting away the tourniquet, and unfortunately you notice another thing that might have been keeping him quiet, as he spits out what looks to be a very well-sodden sock, and it impacts against the ground, so you could also easily tell that sock probably had some kind of stone in it or something, as it just kind of lands with on the dirt floor in front of you, all of you.
Oof.
Let me go. Let me go. Let me go. And I need to know which one of you speaks Goblinoid.
I don't speak Goblin, so
orc only. Orc, common, and giant.
Yeah.
Actually, give me a second. I'm gonna make sure of something real quick. I might have
yeah. I only speak dwarf. I only speak common, dwarven, and draconic.
Good languages.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Goblinoid is a language. I was not high when I wrote this.
It is.
Okay, but who? So I heard nobody say yes in the affirmative. Yeah.
Nope.
Yeah.
Okay. Seth, you, Millie?
Why would I speak that foul language?
No, you're short. You might speak short race. You might speak midget.
Did you just say that short kings have a language of their own?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's the language of kings.
Unfortunately, I have not learned such language.
Oh no.
He will. I will say this for those who speak Orc. He says, "Do you idiots not understand me?" So for those who speak Orc.
Okay, that's just me, I guess.
Oh, wow, damn. All right, so you're the only one who understands what he said.
Help us,
Alright, cool.
Mathilda.
I just, instead of like nod my hands, like, why were you tied up, huh?
I was told to give you a message. Yes, all of you. Yeah.
What's he saying?
And he says he was told to give us a message, but I don't really believe it.
I immediately start looking
I-
around like somebody's gonna ambush us.
Yeah, I'm also on guard. Like pulls out the staff.
Yeah, keep your wits about you.
All right. I mean, if you guys want, you guys could both roll me a perception check.
Yeah.
Yes, I agree.
Interesting.
I don't trust this goblin.
Ooh, 18.
Ask
not
him if
bad.
he's ever been buried alive.
Damn,
Oh,
you guys
and a
are rolling
20.
high now.
Nice.
Where were these rolls when you guys were on watch last night?
Yeah.
Anyways.
I wonder indeed.
Could I roll an insight to see if he's like on the level? Because he was gagged and stuff. Like, why would he be gagged if
Yeah, go
No.
ahead and roll me an insight check. Yeah, roll it.
it's gonna suck? Oh, for fuck's sake!
Oh, no.
The other one's a
Uh,
23.
Same. For now, at least, he
Shit.
seems to be speaking the truth because, I mean, if nothing else, logically speaking,
Okay.
in your mind,
Yeah.
Matilda, he was bound, gagged, and literally left behind. What tactical
Okay.
advantage does this give him?
I speak in Orc again, and I just go like, "Okay, so what's your message, huh?"
I will give it to you if you untie me, please.
I don't trust the little bugger.
Yeah, I relay that to the group every time he says something.
Tell
And
him
I
to tell
answer
us
to
the
it.
message, or I'm gonna hit him again.
I'll join you.
I'll just
Oh,
say like,
you-
"You're not really in a position to bargain here, are you? If you give us the message, we might see what we do with you." And by the way, who told you to give us a message?
Okay. First, I need you to roll me an intimidate check or persuasion roll, whichever one you want, because I don't know what you're trying to do here. Because I mean, you can be
I'm
intimidating,
just
but it is
talking.
also persuasive. Yeah. So it's up to you
Just
which one you
talking.
want.
I suck at both.
Would it
I
be
really should be
possible
better at it.
for me to do it?
The problem is,
I'm
Yeah,
the
I
one
just-
that's gonna hurt him.
Just oh,
there's a language barrier though. That's why
Yeah, but
pick up
you-
posture.
who cares about
I
a
don't-
language barrier when I'm holding a shovel?
Yeah, I don't
like,
think
Foster is about to
slapping
use
it?
language to do
and at that point that would be an intimidate check for sure. If you are in
If
fact trying to threaten him, yes, an intimidate check.
I'd like to
Alright.
do the intimidation then, but I'm gonna use
Yes,
Foster,
please.
or I'm gonna
Hey.
aid
You-
Foster to
Right.
roll his intimidation by picking up Foster
Okay.
and say, "Start your drill."
Start your drill.
And I say in Orc, "You better be careful. This little shorty means business."
All right. You may. It's either or. Do you want to be the one who rolls with advantage, or do you want to give the advantage to Cody?
I want to give
Or
the
do you
advantage
wanna
to Foster.
Gotcha.
Okay.
All right. So go ahead and roll me an intimidate check there, Cody.
Wow, a whole 10.
God damn it!
Give me a second.
That could have gone better.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
before I describe the intimidate check, what was it? I do want to go back to Nomad, or sorry, Arvad and Rezulea. The
Uh-huh.
both of you, while this is this interrogation is going on, you both look on the outskirts, trying to see if anything rubs you the wrong way, that this might be in fact an ambush or something might be going on that you're not seeing.
Mm-hmm.
With those checks, you don't see anything out of the ordinary. So either this ambush is absolutely set to, it's perfectly made, or more than likely there's nothing truly out here that could threaten you within a decent vicinity.
Okay.
Um,
You see?
yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, I was gonna ask Zeruia's. You sense anything?
I don't see or sense anything yet.
Yeah, me neither. Maybe they really have
Just
gone.
out of character, you have Grimory around you still as well, right?
Oh, true. I keep forgetting about my little guy.
The little man.
Just have him be like fluttering and like invisible in the air or something.
Yeah,
It's a
I could
good
do
like
that.
sort of a backup to fall back on.
Have Grimry be my little invisible raven, just going up and giving us a better view of the area, just to make sure it's safe.
All right. As for the intimidate check, he looks like he's looking at Foster and Foster's drill before he kind of clearly returns his attention back to you, Mathilda, and he says, "But if I die, my message goes with me."
Yeah, well, I'm just gonna hit him if he's not paying attention to me.
All right.
With the
Go on.
shovel.
Well,
Yeah.
I'm intentionally sort of like
Once again, I'm just smacking him to make him face me again.
Wait, hang on. As you're trying to do that, I'm holding up like you're some sort of like rabid pit bull. I'm like, like, ugh, just like an inch away from him.
Just like
It's like, yeah.
Holding like
Okay.
a chainsaw.
Who
I'll
said
say-
anything about you dying, Shorty? It's just so you know, we mean business. So, no tricks, no lies. But you'll have my... if you treat us with honor and respect, we will try and do the same. This is
Foster, if
tricky
you
'cause
want,
it's a goblin.
yeah, Foster, if you want, you can re-roll the intimidate check, but you don't have it at
Ooh.
advantage.
Okay.
Hey, come on, little pit bull.
There you go, 19.
Oh, there you go.
finally that drill is being put to some use.
Yeah, as Mathilda, play actingly holds you back, or really, I don't know what you're doing, but as
He actually pulls the lawnmower cord and it actually starts up.
Oh, God. I got this angry Lalafell in my hands. It was like,
Just like, give me 1 second. I can see it now. Just like, give me 1 second. No, just one last second.
hold me back, Bat! Hold me back! Okay, so not tricks, huh?
So yeah, 19, I believe.
Yeah. He will say, I work for Telecopter, which, by the way, in Orcish means war eye to you, Madeline.
Did you say helicopter?
No,
Kid
I
heard
said
that. I'm sorry.
it's okay. I will clear up my voice. Tarek Okta, Okta,
Octa, okay.
which means in Orcish war eye. By the way,
Okay.
he says he wants you to meet him in East Camp.
And where is East Camp? And is Tarek Okta your, like, big boss, or is he, like, is there another bigger boss?
He number 2.
Oh, interesting. Did he have, like, war paint with 2 axes?
Yeah. He also said, "Let me go." After miss message.
No. Listen. He
Did you
told you to
relay
let
that
you
last part
go,
to us?
huh? Yeah,
Did you
I'll
relay that
tell.
last part?
I say it every time.
Well, luckily for you, you're going to lead us to east, wherever the fuck it was.
That's
And,
a good point.
I sling my maul over my shoulder.
Yeah.
Okay. We will let you go from this pole, of course. But, as my companion said, and I'm translating, of course, you will lead us to East Camp. We will bring you back home to your friends. Isn't that nice of us?
Friends? And he genuinely seems like confused by that statement.
I take a different word because, like, the word friend and orc, I must seem like alien or like new or something.
It's a borrowed human term, we'll say.
Yeah. Your tribe, your warband. Your home.
Yeah.
Before I walk off, I'm going to ask, curious, how was it that you're the one that got chosen to stay behind? And I look to Madeline to translate that.
I translate. Yeah.
I mean, look at him.
He was just bullied into it, I guess.
Maybe.
So you think he's probably the tiniest of the group? Maybe
He might have been
brunt?
one of the the camp hands, like too scrawny to fight, I guess.
Okay.
I mean, he look. Sorry, I'm trying to think of how he would respond to that. He gave me message, and then he punched me, and then I woke up here.
Gagged.
What a shame. I say,
Yep.
you're quite a brave one to stand up to a group of your enemies.
Do I have
And
treat you like that.
now?
Mathilda. He turns to you
Anyone
because
have
he sees.
Oh, yep.
Oh, Mathilda. So, as Dusk is saying all this to you, you hear the pipsqueak in front of you, the goblinoid, speak up and say, "What does the ugly black-haired kid say? What's he saying?"
I translate. But could you repeat that, Omi? Because you're the ugly black-haired kid.
I had said, basically, it's unfortunate that someone as brave as him was left behind. And the way he
tried to
stood up
kiss
to
his
us, like-
ass?
No, yeah, basically, I'm making him.
Trying to
I'm making him. Yeah.
I translated into orc speak in I make it sound like my friend says he is perplexed that
Impressed.
he finds it
more
strange
like
that a brave one like yourself is chosen to be left behind to relay a message and not someone else.
For no reason, would you mind rolling me a persuasion check real quick?
Oh, this should
me?
be good.
Yeah, you, Mathilda. Yeah.
I have a -1 on that thing.
Oh, that should
13.
be fun. Okay.
I'm a good fighter. I'm not a good talker.
So, before we do anything, I have an inspiration, by the way.
Mhm.
From session
Do you
pass.
want
I
to
wanted
use
to
that
ask.
now?
Do you? Sorry, no, I'm just asking. Do you allow us to keep the inspiration for future sessions, or do you want us to get rid of them, clear them every new session?
That's up to you. For the sake of inspiration dice that I give as the DM.
Yeah.
That's up to you. You could keep it as long as you want. I won't be able to give you new ones, and I mean, even if I tell you in the future, oh my god, that was so cool, I really like that, and I give you a DM inspiration point for any reason, it doesn't stack.
It doesn't stack, yeah.
Yeah. I don't just you
The
don't just
idea
have
is
two
you
DM
can't hoard
inspirations.
them.
Yeah, I know that. That's why I'm saying
yeah.
I can get rid of it now.
Yes,
I'll
at
just
any
do
point
it.
in time you want.
considering they're my words that she's relaying, I'm going to give her the inspiration if she uses it.
Okay. So you're giving her advantage.
Okay, so I roll again, I guess.
I'll give you one more roll. Yes. This is a straight roll, so we're gonna just So it's between 13 and 11.
It's worse now. So
we'll just pick up the 13. Mind you, he does puff out his chest. I'll say this as you mentioned that. He says, "Okay, we leave now, or what do?"
if nothing else is here, then we leave now. And I start to slide out a dagger from the scabbard, hold it in front of his face, and I reiterate, no funny business, okay? And I move behind him, cut him down from the pole. I would assume, Foster, that you have like a pair of shackles or like a chain or a rope or something.
Yeah.
Of course, the kinky one has shackles on him.
You have shackles?
Well, I don't have shackles. I just have rope.
Okay. Before I cut him down, I tie the rope around his waist and tie his arms behind his back attached to that loop. So we have like a lead on him without him being able to use his hands.
Gotcha. And I'm assuming you're not cutting the rope into pieces because you don't want to waste your rope. But at the same time, so you have like about a 50 foot's worth of lead. Well, maybe a little bit less, so probably 45 feet.
Oh, we can like rein it in around like the saddle of Bacon saddle or something, like on like the handle.
Got it. All right. So you all now have technically a goblin scout or Pathfinder.
Yes.
And oh my god.
No.
I wouldn't call this one a servant. More like a birdie.
Before we go, green little thing, what is your name?
Give me a second while I come up with them.
Oh boy.
You didn't expect us to adopt the NPC.
I mean, if he's nice enough, we could do.
Okay, good. Oh, okay. But to answer your question, Mathilda, when you ask him what his name is Grix Mossbottom. Grix Mossbottom.
Grix Mossbottom. Is it with an I or an E?
I.
An I. Okay, Grix Mossbottom. Oh, hey, Dragon. A happy Wednesday to you, too.
Very good.
Yeah, okay. Grix, lead on.
He does, before he leads on, he does actually actively, before leading, he does slowly, in full view of everyone, but he does it slowly, he does move over to one of the piles of weapons that have been left behind. And he is doing it ever so slowly, locking eyes with everybody as he's reaching over and attempting to reach down, despite the ties, to grab something from the pile.
Thank you, Dragon, for the subscription.
Whatever he picks up, I'm
Just
going to hold on to.
And just in case I try any funny business, I'm going to whack him so hard he's going to have a second head.
Alright.
So,
assuming nobody stops
with, like, the lead in hand. It's like, Grix, we're looking right at you. You cannot be this stupid.
It's not about stupid. It's stupid to be unarmed out here.
If anything happens, you'll get this back, and I will put it in my belt, essentially.
Is it like a shank or something?
He was picking up a dagger. Mind you, it was kind of large in his hands because, he is a small little thing. But it is the equivalent of a dagger.
Okay.
So, no arm?
You are with us now, Grix. At least for the time being. We will try and protect you.
If anything happens to Griggs, I will lose my mind.
Q200 episodes from now, and he's just Grix and you all just fighting demonic gods from the abyss.
We have
Yeah,
to buy him
tried to,
armor
like-
immediately.
Foster is just giving
It's
him
been a
mouth to mouth, like resuscitations. Like, you're not dying on us, god damn it!
It's been a wild ride, guys. But it's time we part.
In the end, Grix learned what friend is.
And I'm just like, I caught the little mosshead idiot.
He was a brother to me.
That's when Nomad's character learns how to go Super Saiyan.
Yeah, just see me just ascend and just like,
Mind you, he gets no hair. He just grows his mustache that's full golden.
And like
Yeah.
golden chest hair and stuff.
yeah. Just see me just
God.
pour, just
Take
see
that
me
as a
start
character
speaking in
choreography.
Draconian and then just do the dragon punch.
Okay. Alright. So
Oh,
you now have a new item in your inventory, Seth. You know, just a dagger. No, it's not rusted through. It actually looks a little cleaner than normal, so that he was actually
I thought you
thinking
were gonna
about
say
using it.
Grix
No, not
in his inventory.
Dusk. Has a new weapon in his inventory.
Cool.
Alright. So if relatively unhappy, he does acquiesce and he stops trying to reach for more weapons or anything. He does begin to lead, and until it grows taut, and he just kind of tries to pull your boar along, obviously gaining no traction as he's walking in what you assume to be the direction is the eastern camp.
Okay. Let me see, cause sorry guys, I'm just gonna promote Dragon for the subscription. So we're just gonna go to. Hello? Am I still here?
Yeah.
You're here.
Oh,
You're
okay.
talking.
Just. It's like,
We're
why is no
listening
one
to you.
answering?
We're listening.
Why can't I give you a roll?
Alright, while you do that, if we do stop for like a break, short rest, or whatever, I will untie his mouth if we have it tied, or
I didn't assume you tied that unless you
Okay.
said otherwise.
I'll essentially untie his hands, but not the rest of him, like keep him attached to the pig, and I'll hand him a pack of rations as well.
He, because you're befriending him, he reaches, says thanks, and then he immediately just like loudly and aggressively begins to scarf the rations down.
Go.
I'm just
I'll
looking
leave
at
him at that.
Well, what atrocious table manners.
It's really is fucking charmed because she's been watching Grimmer eat the same way. She's just like, aw.
Oh shit! It's
Yes.
another goblin.
It's better than the miner over there.
He kind of reminds me of Foster.
Just looks at him like, what?
Yeah, just
has food
openly
all over
just
his
talking.
There is literally every condiment on his face at that moment.
He's just like, you guys say something? It's like, never mind, man. Just keep eating.
So, as you all follow in the wake of your new goblin companion, yeah, well, let's stick with that goblin companion, going relatively east. It does take you about an hour and a half, about two hours, maybe even I'll say probably actually closer to 2.5 hours to reach this supposed destination of where he's trying to take you. But within about three miles, you do see what you can only assume to be smoke rising into the air from inevitably probably an encampment that he was intending to lead you to. It seems, at least for now, as the smoke rises in the air, this goblin might have been telling the truth, or at least isn't leading you astray.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Uh-huh. Okay. All right. Do we have a plan, ladies and gentlemen?
We need to investigate the area before we go in there. At least we
Yeah.
have what happened last time. Now
You're not going alone.
I won't. Not after what happened last time.
I would prefer
This-
if Rezulea took scouting with like Grimory,
Yeah. Good idea.
even if it's like a very superficial kind of thing.
I have him go up and out invisibly as a raven to get at least a head count or an estimate of how many people are there and what to expect.
All right. So, you're fine. You guys are so far away from the camp, you'll be fine. But you do send Grimry kind of ahead to do a little bit of invisible scouting for you above in the air. For now, this encampment, this one looks about relatively the same size as the one you had previously raided. It might be a little bit larger, but not by much, according to Grimry's eyes. And
Well,
this
he did say he was second in command, didn't he?
Did say that, yeah.
And I will say
Don't
this,
forget, he's
though,
fucking strong.
Yeah.
and I would like to add a little more to it. There are a lot more defenses clearly set up here, as it seems to be this defensive encampment seems to be pretty close to the water of the river out here. And you could see a little bit further as Grimry's eyes kind of drift off in that direction towards the river. There does appear to be a temporary port that might have been set up here with a bunch of boats, canoes, and other nothing in the size of a ship, but mostly boats that seem to be kind of anchored close by.
A foothold or like a land
A beach landing.
a landing area. Beach landing, yeah.
Beachhead? Is that right?
Beach head, yeah, there we
Beachhead.
go.
Thank
Yeah.
you.
Sorry, I was
think
thinking of something else.
Seth. I don't usually think of heads, but
Bruh.
Damn.
This battle's gonna go well for you.
Anyway,
Oh yeah,
Let's-
sure.
So, with that in mind, what would you guys like to do? He's still trying to lead you in the direction of what it seems to be this camp. What are you all gonna do?
Hold up there, partner.
I say we just keep our distance and watch for now. See if anything happens.
Remind me.
I mean,
Did,
a frontal assault might be suicide.
from
Agreed.
from Beer's End, as of this is me, the player, saying.
Mhm.
Does anyone recall what they had instructed us on? So could we theoretically
mean?
go back?
What do you mean?
Could we get some sort of reinforcements going? I've forgotten. So
No,
it's been a while.
That wasn't.
No, we can't.
No, it's us taking care of them. This
Yes.
issue on our.
It-
All right, got it.
And also a bit of a reminder, technically, you guys are technically going above and beyond what was asked of you for this quest. Technically, because if you remember correctly, I'm sure some of you have good memories in character. Ekram
You know.
asked you to find out what was going on and to talk to him after you did. I mean, you guys are
That's-
technically above and beyond at the moment. Up to you if you keep going, of course, because I know you're all heroic individuals. So the question is, how heroic do you dig into yourselves to do this
You're
before you
goddamn
report
right.
back?
We are ready.
Yes.
Yeah,
Apparently.
if we're overwhelmed by superior numbers, it wouldn't hurt to have some reinforcements if possible.
Yeah,
Maybe
I'd
get
agree-
some backup.
I'd agree with that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Technically, we have achieved more than what we set out to do. We actually have, at the very least, their main stronghold in sight.
Yeah. And we know that there's a second camp, which also explains why they're able to cover more ground.
Here's an idea. How far did this message go?
Message 120 feet.
Shit. Okay.
Sending is the one you're thinking
Send-
of.
I think
Sending
sending
is an
is-
amazing
Yeah.
spell, and I hate it. As a DM, as a player, amazing. As a DM, god damn it.
It would have been fun to just like do like a message to god damn it, what was his name again? Yenzo.
Well, technically,
Oh, yes.
you could. We could send out a raven.
Potentially.
Yeah, it depends. Can the Raven make the message in time before any activity happens?
They're not.
See, there's
they're
the,
expecting
the
us.
thing, yeah.
They're expecting us.
Yeah, we got
We have an
personally
open
invited,
invitation.
so yeah.
Yeah.
I just think we should let our benefactor know before, if anything does happen to us and we don't make it back,
Benefactor,
Yeah.
yeah.
that there is at least someone who knows where we went.
Oh, here's also another
See,
idea.
Yeah.
How about we send and two people to represent us, another two this, and then one to stay a from a distance, and then have anyone who's left behind relay anything else just in case.
I mean, I would definitely send our little Grimory
Yeah.
because in a whim, he can be like, with a snap of the fingers, without it costing a spell slot, he could just be summoned back.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Because he didn't die, right?
Yeah.
So if we need him,
Yeah.
we can just always just bring him back. We did get invited. Maybe it could be... We don't necessarily have to fight. We've already proven that we are semi-strong. Like, he took pity on us, which just... that grinds my gears to no end. But, we could resolve this with, potentially, words. Try and convince him that this land really isn't all that profitable to raid.
So
Like, what do they have here? Beer? That's it.
You don't know what their goals or intentions are.
So it's a gamble. That's why I say it's a gamble, which is why I say
Yeah.
have two of us go in there, see if we can settle this with diplomacy. If not, then we have to go in with fisticuffs at the very least.
You're not thinking like an orc. Send two people
You're
in. Why
thinking
would they
like
need
an
to send?
orc?
Yes, send two people in. Why would they need to send two people back? One of us
What do you
wouldn't be
mean?
leaving
What?
that place alive.
So you'd rather risk the entire party?
That's the thing. I wouldn't even advise that.
Those who are
These
proficient
are-
with history.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
those are who are proficient with history. You
Uh,
have to be proficient to make this roll. But if you are, you could go ahead and roll me a history check.
I am not.
I'm not.
I don't think I am.
What the fuck happened back then?
Oh,
What do you mean?
I'm not proficient in history. That was the joke.
oh shit. Yeah, okay, I was like, damn it, I'm sorry, it went over my head. Foster.
You make jokes?
Are you still with us? Damn.
What?
Are you proficient with history?
Am I proficient in history? Yes.
Oh, you're literally the only one who can make this roll. Actually, go ahead and roll me a history check.
Oh, okay.
We're
I
done.
need some.
Because he's my
some
best friend, he's my
explanation on
pal.
How the hell
He's
you're
my homeboy,
proficient in
my rotten
history.
soldier. He's my sweet
Because I'm an
cheese, my good
archaeologist.
time boy.
Oh, really?
Oh, there we go.
Yeah.
Yeah, why do you think I'm also a miner? Like, I'm digging down there to find shit.
Thought you were a coal miner or something. Not an
When the-
actual.
Oh.
When the miner talks to the miner about history.
Oh my
I
god.
see-
Yeah, he's an irrigation specialist. Meaning he's a
I see what you
bullshitter.
did there. Let me send the joke home. I see what you did there. Here, that is a knee slapper.
Real shot.
14 for history.
Ooh.
All right.
So actually,
Okay.
Foster, you're technically the only one who could weigh in on this when it comes to cultural ideas of how orcs operate. A show of strength. So sending originally for that idea of sending only 2 people in, it might send the wrong message, and it might be better just to either send your entire contingent or somebody who represents the
Yes.
strength of your contingent.
All of us as witnesses.
Or
Which-
Mathilda by herself, as an example.
Yeah, that's fucking.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah, so I'm gonna relay that to them. That like there's definitely better ways to do this that aren't going to like seem offensive.
So what do you have in mind?
Yeah, I cross my arms and I
Um,
just nod like, yeah.
What was the options?
These are okay. Gotta keep in mind, these are the noble savage kind of orcs. They're
Send
not
our
the Warhammer
strongest-
like brutes.
Send our
Okay.
Or like
strongest,
Tolkien.
strongest warrior
Right.
champion forward, or we all show up as a show of force.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't even know if
All
I'm
right.
the strongest, to be honest.
Really? Because you seem to be the heavy hitter of our group.
What's your strength at?
Oh god, hear me. Let me check.
We're gonna find out the old lady is the buffest of us all, which I'm okay with because that's hot. But...
16. I
God
mean, I'm the
damn,
tallest. I used to be a raider.
Yeah.
Goddamn
so,
17.
You 17.
Dust
I ain't
being
going in there
young.
alone.
So basically,
Send the
so
boy.
basically,
Send
so
the
wait.
boy.
And the
So
young
basically,
boy
out of
by himself.
so it goes as follows. It's Mad. No wait, it goes Seth, Mad, then there's me, and just like okay.
I mean, it's feasible just to send those 2 because once again, it either has to be your full force or a representation of the full force. Sending Rezulea and Foster
No.
probably would not be the
No, Foster, if anything, would enact the Civil War, despite having
I want to
history.
do grace for all of you.
No.
Second.
Everybody's
So,
here.
There's a possibility that I would be able to tell them that there's an even better place to go raiding, and it's an underground abandoned mine.
I know.
Oh wait,
knowing
there's also the
myself
language
and-
barrier.
Yeah, my
Sorry.
character. There's no way Mathilda would let Dusk do this.
Yeah, I wouldn't let Dusk do this either. It's just like,
Dusk wouldn't let Dusk do this either.
yeah, I was just thinking
Yeah.
when I said we should send in 2 people, I was thinking it would be me and Matilda going in. So it's at the
Yeah,
very least
for
you have
you to be
someone
my
who's
second,
physically
basically.
strong. Yeah, someone who's
God damn
physically
it.
strong and someone who's competent in fighting.
Okay.
That was my
well,
thought process anyway.
in my head, I'd sort of like sit up straight. I stand up. I take my glaive in hand and I say, ooh, I got a good line. Hang on. Cherish the fruit of the vine. Oh, no. It's cherish the fruit of youth, before its taste is sweet when cut fresh from the vine. But don't grow too old, for you might find the taste bitter in the end. And I mount Bacon in a signal to Nomad. Sorry, oh God, your name. Arvad.
Arvad.
To accompany me. No
Right.
objections,
Right
I
then.
presume.
Nope, not this time.
Wait, are you taking grapes?
Oh yeah, no, he's attached to the saddle.
If you two are going,
Yes.
I'll go as well.
Yes.
I'm going as well.
You're gonna come
The
with.
boy.
Mm-hmm.
So you're
We
all
may as well
collectively
just
going.
all go.
Yeah.
Yeah,
If
United.
it's an
send-
honor thing,
Fuck.
Yeah,
they
United
may
we
let you
stand.
go.
Foster is just like, no, guys, I have something more important to do. Proceeds to go to the beachhead. Proceeds to start making sandcastles.
And then you just see us come back. Some of us we either just come back in battle bruises and are just like, so this was the thing that was so great that you had to do. Then you just see us all armed, eyes are glowing, just looking at him, and he's just sweating.
How does it go? Your authority isn't recognized in Fort Kickass.
Just
Yeah.
rebuild a full-scale version of Castle Wolfenstein.
Just
But wait,
One
it
for
also includes the underground upside down portion.
1-for-1 rescaling of the Wolfenstein Castle.
Oh God!
We were gone for
God.
5 minutes. How?
Hey, I got
I
this.
guess-
Is like
I'm really good.
He gets bored, man. Just leave him be.
I was bored.
it's just like, all right, I commend your craftsmanship as someone who also does craftsmanship, but then why a sandcastle? Yes.
Well, I
Yes,
was gonna
why
pick
not?
Isengard to scale, but I didn't have enough sand.
But there's not enough sand here over on the northern side of the beach.
Anakin Skywalker walks into the chat. He says, "I hate sand."
I
Leaves.
hate sand.
Oh my God.
It's everywhere.
So
Alright.
before we leave, I'm going to go ahead and send Grimry with a letter explaining what's going on with the orcs and goblins. Send that off to Ekronfolk.
Okay. For the record, if you do that, you will not see Grimmery for probably easily over a day.
Okay. I
Because-
guess that was part of the plan, though.
Okay, I'm just letting you know. You will not. I mean, sorry, I'm thinking about this.
Just means we'll have to keep you alive, because if you die, Grimry disappears, I assume.
I know.
Don't worry, he'll be fine.
He'll be fine. We're
what-
making sure you're fine, too.
So just go ahead and write me the letter to me. So that way I know what's in the letter and what you're sending to Ekram.
Okay.
Because one way or the other, unless like you suddenly die in the next 10 minutes, which I hope you don't, that should probably arrive to Ekram. All right, so
Also glad you're the one writing it, because I can't write and barely
What, you
know how
can't
to read.
write? You can't write?
He grew up fighting for his survival.
Oh my God.
Yeah, there's not a lot
Mama
of
Matilda's gonna
time.
have to teach you so much.
Which-
I'm gonna teach you poetry.
Oh, God.
Hey, it could be fun. Maybe you might be able to use it to woo your future wife.
Exactly. I'm gonna teach you like all the sagas.
all right, so all of you collect.
Viking poetry.
Oh,
Sorry,
You
go
all
ahead.
collectively, yeah, sorry, I was just gonna say, you all collectively gather yourselves after having discussed for the last, I would say, 5 to 10 minutes amongst yourselves how to approach and what to do before you settle on continuing upon your walk through the tall grass here, heading over in the direction of the camp. Mind you, it's relatively similar to what happened in the first camp. A lot of the grass and shrubbery and few trees that were out here has been kind of cut away up to about 700, 800 feet away from the... maybe less than that. I would say 300, 400 feet away from the camp itself to kind of keep it clear so that way approaching it, you would not be... It would be a lot harder to be stealth is what I'm saying. But you are approaching with intent, right? You are clearly visible.
Yeah,
Yeah, no.
We're not
yeah.
not gonna do
Okay.
a stealth approach now after what happened last time.
You do hear what sounds like a horn of... And there does appear to be some levels of activity as you do begin to approach with a little bit of confidence towards the outskirts of this encampment. And you do see some bows knocked and drawn from a plethora of creatures. What looks like to be a smattering of orcs, goblins, and occasionally a bugbear here and there. They have their weapons drawn, but they don't seem to be doing anything as you're clearly approaching. it seems one of the guards, as you approach to within 100 feet of this, the furthest out emplacement of stakes, you hear one of them call out in Orc, which you're the only one who's able to understand, Mathilda. He says, "Let them through! They're here to see the war boss." Or sorry, wait, not war boss. The war chief. Sorry, not 40k. Or
Wog.
Wog. Yes, fucking Wog.
Oh, God.
No,
Yeah. Our entire
begin-
plan is, from my position, is banking on the fact that these are noble savages.
Mhm.
So if they're not, we're all fucked.
Yeah. So it doesn't happen immediately, and at least the ones who are up in guard towers, they do have their arrows still like relatively knocked, if not necessarily pointing in a direction. But slowly but surely, all the weapons that were drawn become either resheathed or unnocked. They are beginning to like they're clearly keeping an eye on you, but you are being ushered through more or less. And as you're walking past the first set of stakes and the second set of stakes, and as you're beginning to climb this small little mound of hill, and you were going to say something, Arvad?
I was going to say, well, isn't this a lovely welcoming committee?
Welcome is a strong term, but I like it.
I say that with sarcasm because I'm just like,
I
Alright.
hope you have enough drink in that flask of yours for both of us. You may as well
No
drink
promise.
for both of us.
no promises, but I see what you mean.
So you are, by the way, all of you are approached by an individual with red skin and kind of tied up into a very tight knot behind his head. I'm just wondering if any of you... this is fantasy D&D, fuck it. You know what a hobgoblin is, but this red-skinned creature approaches all of you. He doesn't say a word. He's clearly well armored. Well armored in what looks like to be half plate that is also very well polished. He has a very much long sword at his hip. He doesn't say a word though, as he approaches to within speaking distance. What looks like twin red war axes is tattooed like along the bottom part of his neck. It does appear to be hiding a scar of some sort. He does not speak. He just, waves to get your attention and points you a little bit to the left to where there appears to be on top of this mound a red kind of tent, a red tinted colored tent that is definitely at odds with the rest of the other tents around here. And as you assumingly pass him by, he begins to kind of take up the rear formation, and he ushers about what looks to be a small group of orcs that were kind of like relatively about to eat some lunch or something, and he kind of motions for them, and they immediately stop what they're doing to join your procession. So you have now a hobgoblin as well as 4 orcs, all very well armed and armored, following alongside you as you're making your way up the
I
hill.
still don't know yet.
Yes, Foster?
I'm gonna find out, I promise.
I think he's on the phone.
Yeah.
I assume so.
You may want to mute him for now.
Yep, I'll deal with that.
Like private calls should stay private.
Go for it.
Yeah.
I'm
You
not
wanna do-
entirely sure.
Here we go. I muted him. Okay, I muted him on my end so it doesn't show. Do tell me if he needs to be unmuted.
I will message him right now just to let you know. Just muted you to protect your privacy. Message me when your call is done. There you go. Alright. Anyways, hopefully he reads that, because otherwise he's gonna have a very awkward attempt to, communicating with us. Anyways.
Mom!
Mom, I'm muted. But anyways, All of you are being led up until the top of the hill. Is there anything you guys would like to do in between here and the tent, or are you guys just okay to get up there? Not being bothered by any of this.
Pray.
Oh, I'm keeping my silence. Like, I'm treating it like this sort of samurai duel kind of thing. Like, until the moment is there to speak, I don't say a word.
I'm just observing I'm also observing the places and just being like in my mind. Well, if I don't survive this, at least I can say I had a reasonably good run, although I won't get my payback.
I'm a little distracted by the hobgoblin. I keep looking him over, like tucking my hair behind my ears and stuff.
Hey yo.
Oh, glitter.
Like, whoa, hey.
Damn.
Hey, you come here often?
We're under attack. This is not the time for you to be flirting.
Yeah, I got distracted.
This is always the perfect time to be flirting. If you're not in mortal danger, is that really a person you want to spend the rest of your life with or not?
Oh yeah, trauma.
Before I
bonding,
die, I wanted at least to have been nutted in one more time.
Oh yes, because trauma bonding is so romantic.
I mean,
It is.
I mean, yeah.
How did I end up with you people?
I asked that question too.
The entire time I'm thinking, man, this is what I died to, huh? Just a bunch of horny women and men in this goddamn group.
You see, you're horny. I'm just drunk. I'm just drunk, and I want payback. And I'm like, I'm going to die. I'm surrounded by a giant woman, a magic girl who's obsessed with death, flirting with one of our captors, and an emo barbarian, and an archaeologist who has a tendency to dig holes everywhere like a freaking gopher.
I do like dire
hobgoblins are known for like enslaving and shit, so she might be into some kinky stuff.
I rest my case.
You never know, like whips and chains excite her. Kind of like it like a gummo.
Oh god.
All of you are led to the top of the hill. Mind you, you are led to the front of the tent, where the hobgoblin that was essentially trailing behind you, he does, halt you here, waving his all of you down to kind of like stay here, and he kind of disappears within one of the flaps, and it looks like there's no movement for, let's say, 30 seconds, 45, before he inevitably kind of comes out, and the individual that you had met before, the one that locked eyes with you, Dusk, and had fought all the rest of you on the hilltop, not the other day, he pops his head through the tent and stands fairly proudly in front of all of you, smiling, and he says, "All of you come in. Welcome to the camp." And he kind of he walks back in within the folds, expecting all of you to eventually follow him.
Okay, I guess I'll eat bacon outside. Right, I dismount. I carry my glaive like a spear. Cause it's way too fucking big to put in my bag. And I just follow suit, I guess.
Before I head in, I take the dagger out of my belt and cut the goblin loose.
Alright. You pull out your weapon, which there does appear to be, as you kind of reach for a weapon, a lot of consternation from the orcs orcs and hobgoblin that are out here, and they do noticeably put their hands on their weapons, but they let you continue before you pull out your dagger and begin to cut the goblin loose. They still have their hands on their weapons as long as you have the dagger out, you assume.
It's fine. I just continue with the motion, and once I cut him out, I'm going to give him the handle and just pass off the dagger back to him.
Oh, passing the dagger back up to him, and seeing you, I know Rezulea has something to do, or at least she was trying to do something. I'll get back to you in a second. With that being done, he looks at you
as a weapon. Grix
You're
is
a
free.
free goblin now.
with Grix actually free, seemingly kind of confused, not just from looking at the weapon, but at your kindness. He strangely begins to follow you inside the tent.
Oh, you have your
It's
little.
all coming together.
Like, are you as tall as Grix, or like how big
how
are you?
tall is
Anyways?
How tall is Grix?
No, Grix is
Taller.
not that tall. He's like
Okay.
in terms of freedom units. I'm so sorry, guys, but this is how we measure
Yes,
stuff.
freedom units.
He's about.
He's as tall
he's
as
like,
5-gallon hats.
He's like at most 4 feet tall. At most, he's very short.
3 poodles big.
Yeah, about actually.
Jesus Christ.
So Cody's not the smallest one in here, or Foster isn't the smallest one in here
He
anymore.
might be.
Technically, I think Foster might be a relatively same height as this guy, but I'd have to confirm with Foster to be sure. But anyways, Ian, you were gonna do something, Glitter, or sorry, Rezulea?
What? I don't remember. Did I say something?
Oh, I thought I heard you say something. All right, never mind. All right. Short of anything else, all of you begin to pile in one at a time through the tent flaps, and you can see from the inside of this, even though it looks relatively nice, like it had like what's the word? It had gold coloring to the edges of the tent, and it looked like a really nice tent on the outside. Once you get inside, it looks a little bit disheveled, and things are just kind of like piled around. The few things that are here, there does appear to be like a war table marking Beer's End, and another little position north of you. So, information you already kind of knew about the other war encampment. You could see. Give me a second. I'm gonna reveal some things as well, because this is the map stuff that they also have. Let me make sure I reveal it on the Fog of War. Where is it? Reveal areas. There we go. Let's see. It reveals that.
Oh, did we? Wait, hang on. Did we cross the ocean? Did I miss something?
What ocean?
Ocean. Oh, the river. Yeah.
Yeah, you guys
Or are
have
we
map
just looking
information
out
for...
over at the? Oh, sorry.
Oh no, this is you guys looking over the war map that this guy has.
Oh.
This is
okay.
the information he's got. So I will say this: I'm gonna be dragging you guys along. You now have information about what appears to be temple ruins of some sort or other over here.
I see.
What appears to be a dead forest that seems south of here. You're not sure what this would be, but there does appear to be pockmarks within the earth itself. Like, you know, in real life when artillery shells hit, they kind of like leave like circles. Yeah, essentially there's perforations,
Craters,
craters, impact craters of some sort. That seem to kind of. I wish I added more, but point being, impact craters seem to kind of dot this like almost plateau area. And then I will say this because I didn't feel like making this a permanent marker on the world map. Give me a second. Let me draw this real quick. Rectangle. Within this red square, I should say rectangle, appears to be marking another encampment. This one has the twin, twin red axes that I've mentioned before, kind of marked, and it seems to be a little bit bigger than the other two little forward operating posts that you seem to be working from. So they're probably, this might be where the majority of them are coming from, or where they're probably kind of stationed at the moment. Let me see, what was I thinking? Other than that, other than the main table, which seems to be the nicest thing about this furnishing in here, there seems to be a very simple cot, like over in the corner, with a small box with what you can only assume to be his effects. He does have what appears to be a spear that seems to be kind of like lying next to the box. And let me see. Who is proficient with religion?
Good question. I don't think I am.
Am I?
I have it too.
I am not.
All right.
No, proficiency, like the actual check mark.
Actually, I am actually.
Oh, okay.
Yes, okay.
I need those who are proficient with religion, who have it checked off, to roll me a religion check.
All right.
In the meantime, I will. 20! Goddamn!
Nice.
Yes.
Dirty 20, I like
In the
it.
meantime, I will say, hey, hardcore, and I'm grabbing another beer. I'll be right back. It's in the garage, so,
I'll make you proud of your boy.
Oh, who
someone
redeemed the good boy.
new one.
Oh, Dragon.
Well, if you'll allow me. Hey, Dragon. Thanks for being such a good boy. And have you done anything to make me proud today? Tell me in a bit when I get back. Sorry for the interruption. Please go ahead.
Damn, I want to redeem it now.
Well, I wasn't expecting it to be.
Because he's my
redeemed
best
so
friend, he's
soon,
my
but
pal.
hey.
He's my homeboy,
Hey,
my rotten
Seth
soldier. He's my sweet
appreciation,
cheese,
let's go.
my good time boy.
Seth!
I haven't even done anything today.
I just wanted to hear Matt Barry.
I will
I
do
love
it
Matt Barry so
temporarily
much.
in Mad's absence. I will do it.
Okay.
Also, yay, Seth appreciation. You got me into Zomboid the other day. Woo!
So, I'm guessing everybody who has religion as their proficiency is rolled already. All right.
Yes, I have rolled.
Arvad, you've read these, through your many years of research, through looking through textbooks and everything of how to make the perfect beer. Sometimes you just crack open a book here and there, out of maybe a sense of boredom or just a need to like read something else that wasn't just, formulas and numbers for crafting. So one of them you happened to crack open was a study on orc and goblinoid religion. And you see that some of the hangings from around here, because there are hangings up on the tent walls, they depict what appears to be a big, just very almost anatomically impossible, large muscle-bound orc with one eye fully just like staring angrily at, well, whoever happens to be the individual perceiving this. And it seems to be kind of like just smattering different images and what appears to be an axe underneath them. This iconography clearly, despite the spartanness of the room, you could tell this man really does believe truly, or he just has it up to, pay lip service to. But this man is clearly some sort of believer in Grumsh, the orc war
Knew
god.
it. It's gonna act. That's.
I was looking at these and I'm just thinking to myself, he has belief in the war god out of orcs.
Yeah, he clearly is a believer. He is not just a believer, but probably even based on the amount of hangings he has, which are quite a few, he is probably fanatical of some sort or other. You're not sure, unless this is all just like him paying lip service and making it seem like he's trying, like he's a making other people believe he's a believer, but you don't know that unless you start talking to him.
All right.
So I'm kind of hoping that Nomad would also would know some like thematics about Grumsh.
I'm just gonna go up and say, so you're a believer of war gods, are you?
Does he speak common?
He does. He did speak to you in common when you guys were fighting
okay,
initially.
sorry, my bad.
No worries. That's a very valid question to ask, but he will answer and he will say, "What gave it away?" And he kind of just like motions around to his collection, I'll say, on the tent walls. After all of you begin to file in and begin to kind of like crowd around the war table in the center of this, you do see what appears to be the hobgoblin at the entrance of the tent, but not necessarily going in, as well as what appears to be now an orc and a bugbear that seem to be kind of like they're observing, but not necessarily close to all of you. So, for some, if you do decide to start a fight, you guys could feasibly probably wail on this guy before the guards might have a chance to act. But then you'd have a myriad
there's a
of
lot of them.
Yeah. Like I said, up to you guys how you play this. So, for now, he does say though, anyways, sorry for the lack of furnishings. I don't normally have members come in here.
Well, I imagine this was on short notice.
So why did you invite us?
Just as he's about to say something, he does begin to notice your additional companion in the form of Grix, and he says, "Come over here." And Grix, unsure, looking between the group, and his his commanding officer, he begins to kind of shuffle his way towards him. And he says to Grix, "You gave him the message, correct?" He says, "Yeah, I did. I did as you asked me to. Yeah." Good. And he begins to kind of like grab him incredibly tightly around his neck, and he begins to kind of like lift him up. You could see he's clearly choking, and he's kind of looking at the rest of you, almost, as he lifts him up. He's looking for something from you. He's not sure. You guys aren't sure what, but he is clearly choking out this goblin creature in front of the rest of you.
I look very uncomfortable, and I ask, "Could you not do that?"
Keep a stoic silence.
Don't.
So
you want to endanger our lives?
I mean, I keep the stoic silence.
This is coming out of the same guy who smacked him with a shovel.
Rezulea has said something.
Other than her, so I also.
Yes. Okay, I just unmuted.
I'll tap my maul
again.
on the floor. I'll drop my maul on the floor. Just, still holding the handle, but let the heaviness of it hit the ground with a thud.
He continues to choke out this creature for a second or two more before he just immediately. Go ahead.
I was gonna say in Orcish, is this how you treat your underlings?
With all this going on, relatively at the same time as consternation kind of washes over your group, he does choke him out for a second or two longer before letting him go and drop to the floor. He does smile and he says, "No, just the weak. That's why I wanted your attention." And he does begin to smile at all of you, letting his one eye kind of gaze over all of you one by one. I could use your help.
Coincidentally, this is the same person that we fought before, right?
I was still
Yes,
hucking my crowbar at his
person.
head.
Clearly same man. Same work.
Is my voice not coming through? I was saying, I'm literally throwing my crowbar at him.
Is he unmuted for everyone else now?
I am.
I can hear him.
Oh, let me unmute him. I'm so sorry. All right, there you go. Foster, can you do me a favor and talk?
No, Foster, don't.
I was literally muted. What the fuck?
Don't. Yeah, you were called. You have a personal phone call.
If you go away on a call, please mute yourself.
About?
We're on the phone. We didn't want to be.
Having a personal phone
rude.
call?
I was saying I'm fucking throwing a crowbar at him. Like
No, before that.
Way before that.
Yeah, I've been off the phone for like at least 15 fucking minutes.
I'm pretty sure someone messaged you to
X
message us when you're
messages
back.
you.
Check your Discord messages.
Oh my fucking god!
Look, when you go away and start talking and no one can
I
get in
didn't
contact
go
with
away.
Not go
Well,
away.
it's
but
not that
you
you
know.
even joined.
I didn't even realize. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I thought I had muted myself.
Right.
You
Anyway.
muted. We tried to protect you and your privacy. That's why we muted you.
Privacy.
Hey man, I don't know how your life is about. I want to make sure you're safe. That's all I'm saying. That's all I did.
Yeah.
Yeah. For all we know, maybe you could have someone over there.
I don't care about
Anyway,
these guys.
If you wind
Anyway,
up the
as I
crowbar,
was saying,
Yes.
I'm winding up and I'm throwing my crowbar at his head.
I'm just
if you
gonna grab
wind
it
up
and
the
say-
And with
crowbar
that,
and you throw it, I do the whole catching thing. Or like if before you let go of it, like I catch the handle. He's like, "Don't do it now. We are
Well,
on
if he
good
wants
terms."
strength,
as
I'll
it
show him
stands.
strength.
Patience.
Patience, shorty.
All right. So I'm gonna ask him a question. All right. You say you want to help with something. What exactly is it?
He seems to kind of scratch at his head, and by the way, at this point, Grix has actually scampered away and is actually. I think he's high. I'm trying to think who's technically at the head of all of you. I guess probably Mathilda. So literally
Mathilda will
just
be front.
yeah, because Matilda's in the front. He literally begins to hide and cower beneath Matilda, literally behind your calf. If if you'll allow him to.
Next to Foster, I guess. Hey,
Yeah.
I was your first.
So he
Yeah,
does
sure.
say, "I don't lead the war axes." He kind of like motions to the table in front of him on the outpost that you guys happen to be on the map in front of him. All right, give me a second. I wish to be the leader of the war band. You are strong enough to help me take it from him.
From who?
Yeah,
Let me make sure I read. Yeah, let me make sure I read this right because I don't want to give the wrong name here.
John Jacob.
From
Jiggle.
Salazar Slytherin.
Oh my god, what a monster! From Kairos Voxstock. And because you're the only one who
Could you
speaks.
say that again? You cut out.
Kairos Voxstock.
I guess the Voxstoke.
By the way, if you're wondering, Madeline, Voxstock, because you speak Goblin, or sorry, not Goblinoid, you speak Orcish, you know that translates to Gore Axe.
Oh, okay. Interesting. And, I'm a former raider myself. I would like to imply something that is akin to banter among warriors. Like a friendly jab. Right? Like nothing to harm his personal honor or whatever, but more like hey, I want to show off that we're on like a common footing here, or like that we have a similar sort of history.
Mhm.
And I say, okay, it could be problematic, but what's wrong? You don't have the stones yourself, huh?
He laughs. I have the stones to take it from him. It's the
Then
rest
do it
of
yourself, you coward.
And I look at Foster and I say, no, you misunderstand Foster. He's looking for an opportunity. It's not that he can't.
Well, I'm not here to help.
Hold on. Let's hear what he has to say. For now.
Yes, I agree, Arvad. Suppose we do.
Weren't
give
we
you
literally
your
putting
opening.
guys like him in the ground? What changed?
We don't.
No, listen. We'll get to that. What's in it for us? Perhaps we can send his entire warband away from the land. That's the idea.
Are you whispering amongst yourselves, or are you guys talking about this out loud? I'm just curious because technically he
Speaking
is
out loud.
there. Oh,
With-
okay.
I'm speaking out loud.
Okay.
Isn't that right? Friend. You've seen Beersend. You've seen the land. There is hardly anything here worth taking. I feel like you are much annoyed with this entire expedition, aren't you?
He looks to you and he looks to the rest of you. He looks at Mathilda before looking at the rest of you and then looking back at Mathilda and says, "You're a strange band of mercenaries. I thought gold would have been what it took to convince you, but if it only means we do not break and slaughter everyone at Beer's End, at this little town, I'll pay that."
Okay. Tell us
There
more
isn't
about.
much
tell
else
us
to
more-
do here.
Yeah.
Sorry,
Tell us
go
more
ahead.
about your leader. What does he hope to gain from raiding a small town?
I don't know. I know he speaks with a woman. He whispers in his ear and he leads me and my warriors to take this town. And though we can, and we have the strength to do so, it's a waste of manpower, lives, and energy. I
And
followed
Sort of,
him because I thought he.
But you seem
is it
tired of
cutting
his
out for
leadership.
everyone else?
No.
No.
Could you repeat that? You follow because?
Oh yeah, sorry. I followed. I'm gonna speak in my normal voice, but essentially think he's speaking in work, or in his Orcish heavy accents. He's pretty much saying he's tired of following him. That where he's been led so far has been a waste of manpower, time, and energy.
See, that's been my impression as well, because this entire land is barren. It's kind of like swampy. The only good thing they do here is beer. Like, that's their main export. Like, the ale or beer or whatever. Like, it's more like an in-between rest stop for people. So, I'm thinking, guys, from a rating position, this may just be a distraction to have the main war chief to send his guys on like okay, go attack that, have fun, pint out your frustration, loot what you can. But that changed until they mentioned the woman.
Yeah. Who is she?
Yeah, tell me more about this woman.
She comes to speak with him at night. I don't listen in because I've neither cared nor wanted to know about who spoke with the war chief until I found out he was taking her orders. I will not spill the blood of my men and women on her behalf.
When you say woman, is she one of your kind?
He shakes his head. No. A human of some sort comes in, speaks with him. I'm trying to remember I'm trying to remember descriptions here.
Yeah, okay. At night.
When you say woman, she's single.
Smack. Just smack.
This is yes.
Smacks X's head.
God damn.
Focus.
No, stop it.
Sorry, I took a level in
God
Bard
damn it.
last session.
Okay.
Ah.
This woman, if this woman, I just motioned Ocean to Mathilda. If this woman is speaking to him at certain points in time, my guess is she's probably a seer.
Regardless,
She could
she is
be.
soft and supple. Not a warrior at all and understands nothing of our culture.
I do not believe she is simply speaking to him. But
Obviously.
there might be forces bigger at play here. I'm not familiar with the diplomacy of this land. But I
So you
feel like
think she
they're
might-
being used.
You think she's using the orcs as a means to get back at this town for some reason?
Not simply at this town. There are many ways where mercenaries and warbands get misused, let's say. Wouldn't be the first time that mercenaries get betrayed by their employers, let alone by manipulators.
Reasonable.
This has gotten very interesting. I wonder what folk would have to say about this. Perhaps, what guarantee do we have that, this woman will not have any sway over you, huh?
I take orders from no one. No one's stronger than me. And he kind of like looks you dead in the eye. But if you must have a promise, I swear on the eye that I lost. And he points to the one eye he's missing, towards the eye patch. And he says, I promise on this that if you help me take control of the tribe, we will not attack Beerzen and we will not attack you.
From one warrior to another, I think it's safe to assume that even your leader is not taking orders from this woman. He is led to believe that he is making the decisions. But if you lead your warband away, and I look at the party for like some sort of like confirmation,
Israel
we
nods.
might be able. Thank you. We might be able to create an opening or opportunity for you to seize command. It's clear that your leader has been compromised. He does not mean well for your people.
Or anyone else at your risk.
Yes, we all stand to gain from this. Look at Foster.
By the way,
You okay
I do
with
want
that,
to say,
Shorty? Oh, sorry, go ahead.
No.
yeah, all I'm trying to say is, for those who want to roll a religion check, it may do so whether you're proficient or not, by the way. But yeah,
Okay.
continue.
I will roll any goddamn roll.
I actually am. It's just that for some reason it didn't show up on my card.
Oh, weird.
I'll re-roll again.
A 20 and an 18. And a 15. Wow.
Yeah, typical.
No, damn pain.
Seth.
So
I mean, you're
15
young. You don't know anything about the world. You don't know the touch of a woman, or the taste
Please
of alcohol, or like...
I'm gonna put a scorpion in your sleeping bag.
You're
Alright.
14,
assuming-
and this land doesn't have scorpions.
Dennis
So-
the Menace.
Even if I'll say this because I'm assuming everybody who wanted to roll religion did roll religion already.
Yes.
So, Arvad, well, essentially with everyone with the exception of Foster.
Yeah,
and...
don't
Oh,
say it.
Yeah, gotcha. Point being, with the exception of you two, everyone understands that when somebody or when anybody speaks of a follower of Grumsh says, that they swear on their missing eye, that's pretty much like swearing on your family's grave. It's that grave and that serious. So assuming this man is not just play acting at
My
being a follower of
ancestors.
Grumsh.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's essentially the equivalent of I swear I will do this. This is a very serious thing he just
Yeah.
It's a
promised.
solemn,
Maybe-
vow
And
that
like, it's not even a
wants
guarantee.
to
Like me
uphold.
dead if I lie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's not a guarantee, but it may as well be one.
It's close. Like short of a lot of things. Like there are inevitably. I mean, we've all heard of somebody, I'm sure, making a solemn oath to something or that they'll do, and they'll still break it. But this one seems a little too on the serious side that you guys could reasonably say he very well will do as he says, unless there's another dire circumstances that supersedes
So-
it.
I'm
Right.
to add to that, I'm assuming this guy has a proposition/plan. Like he must have thought about this.
Yeah. If he's
Like,
playing it,
what
if he's playing a
exactly?
coup.
Yeah.
So ask
What
him.
exactly does he expect us to do?
He arrives He intends to arrive in 2 days on our shores. When he arrives, I intend to challenge him to fight. sorry. I intend to challenge him to a fight between myself and him, and anyone may join. I'm sure many of his followers will be with him, and they will join the melee. They will not expect you.
It's
So we
rare
use the element
custom
of surprise.
where
If I can,
the chief and his seconds also join the fray. His housecarls. Interesting.
Well, if it's a battle of supremacy, it's usually
Sorry,
a
go
battle
ahead.
of supremacy between between the current leader and someone who's trying to uprise. Usually orcs take it could 1v1, but if it's a free for all,
for those
I
willing
mean-
to join, they will.
all right.
Question,
This might
and I put
not
my hand
even
up.
be. Sorry, I'll say my thing first, and you do your thing after. This might not even be a proper challenge. This could be just getting rid of the entire leadership hierarchy, so that only he is in a position to step up. Because it could be he's just chilling with the leader, and then the next guy will step up. So, like, you know, us getting rid of any rivals will basically help him. Like, he's doing the duel, and we're getting rid of, like, any sort of potential threats.
So
Basically.
basically eliminating the power vacuum before it starts.
Exactly. Yeah. Sorry, Seth, go ahead.
Question, my friend. Clearly, we're interested in at least what you're trying to tell us now, but I'm sure you've noticed we aren't exactly fitting in anytime soon. Are we even
Yes,
allowed to partake?
I'm assuming he's going to present us as either mercenaries or an outside force.
He smiles, you know, just pretty much like, pretty much, what's the word, acknowledging what you said. He says, yes, that's the idea. Mercenaries helping me fight and making sure that I and my blade are the one that fell him.
Fair.
And just to be clear, it has to be my blade that fells him. If anybody else's does, I don't take control of the tribe.
Yeah, we will not interfere. Our job would be to take care of the leadership of
You
potential
are-
rivals.
You are allowed to interfere, as I'm sure his men will.
So how many are at his side other than you?
He literally motions to the entirety of the camp.
Of course.
Not everyone will
Oh,
participate. Not everyone will participate. Not everyone will participate on their side.
So this is gonna be like an on-the-spot sort of like it won't even be like a predetermined brawl. Like this is gonna be a brawl. It's not gonna be like a challenge or a duel. It's
It's a
gonna
blood
happen
fest.
in the moment. Shit.
That's why the minute he lands, that will be our best time to kill him and take his place.
So
And to make
so
a
this is going to
spectacle
be a
of it.
massacre. A massacre, huh?
More like a cleanup. It's not the first time I've been a part of one of those.
In any case, if this is our best chance of stopping the attacks, especially if their leadership is out of control, then we may as well take it. We might not get another chance or opportunity like this.
I would like to add, this woman that your leader consorts with. What about her, huh? You have a plan to capture her? Alive, she may prove very useful, and the information she holds might hold the key to, let's say, halting any influence that people want to exert over you and your people.
I care not for the woman. If we see her, we capture or kill her.
Yeah, I figured that's what you would say.
Well, at least that's one less thing and we have to worry about. We just need to prioritize as ending the current earned leading.
Arvad, again, keeping this woman alive so we can extract information from them might be our best bet. But, and I look at Rezulea, this woman might be adept in magic.
So you think?
Who is to say that normal binds will hold them?
Point made. That also brings up my other concern. If she is adept in magic, perhaps she's a seer, or uses some kind of illusion magic, whatever the case may be.
It may very well be, yeah. We must not underestimate this woman.
Agreed.
If she holds such sway over your leader, imagine what they may do to others.
Yeah, and the innocence that'll follow.
Imagine who employs her, huh?
Point made.
I'm just saying, let's not forget. Now, when is he landing and when are we eating, huh?
He lands in 2 days. Feel free to
Two.
spend time around camp or don't be here. Make your decisions. Yeah, I won't tell you what to do.
Days.
At least
Well, I mean, I guess in that time, Grimry is going to have deliveries later.
Yeah, and at least with that time, it'll also give us time to prepare.
Oh, definitely. Yeah. Well, it seems like we're on neutral terms, at least. And,
Right.
I mean, I at least lean down to, like, not scratch. You know how you do with, like, a comforting, like, pat on the head?
A head pat?
Rick's, yeah. It's like, what do you say, huh, Chief? I would ask that Grix be assigned to us. If we need anything, he can make sure we get it.
I care nothing for that weakling. Do with them as you will. And he just kind of like waves you off, almost like dismissing all of you.
Fair enough. You belong to us now.
Wait, what? Okay.
Well, you said you care enough for the weak, so we'll
Yeah,
take him off your
yeah.
hands.
Really gives Grips thumbs up.
Kidnapped a goblin today.
In the same vein that, and then I'll let other people speak. In the same vein that I get that, raider to raider sort of banter. I tried to lighten the mood because it's the same oh, you're an ex-cop, you're meeting other cops. You know what to say to
former
each other,
soldier.
kind of, right? Yeah.
Former soldiers.
Yes, exactly. And I sort of jest I was kind of thinking we would have duked it out today. Yeah, we may have to try and make an exhibition out of it next time. Huh? What do you say?
Sorry you have to wait so long.
Don't worry. The wait is worth the, it's worth the wait.
Yeah, sorry in the field, that one axe trick was freaking deadly.
It doesn't do it if it's not.
I'm sorry, what?
It doesn't do it if it's not.
It doesn't do it if it's not.
It doesn't do it if it's not.
Like, not dangerous.
Yes.
Oh, okay. I
He's
get it. It doesn't do
bantering
it for me if it's not dangerous. Okay, I get you. Good. Well, since we're here for the 2 days, and look at the party, Why don't I spend some time with this one, huh? Go over some tactics. Could you guys secure
I
us
won't.
a place to spend in peace?
I'm not going to be participating in anything that you're going to be doing here.
Aww. Are you jealous?
Foster.
No, I don't help these.
Look
Yes,
at
You
this.
know-
finish your sentence.
I have a problem with this because I know for a fact that we came here to prevent a raid, and now we're just handing this raider camp over to this guy. It's just gonna be, we're just prolonging there's going to be another raid.
Wow.
So we're just
I didn't know I was
prolonging.
traveling with a racist. No, just kidding.
No.
We're just prolonging this, and I also don't like his kind.
Oh, sorry.
Oh, wow.
There it is.
Wow.
Yeah, there it is.
Okay.
Goddamn greenskins.
Okay.
All right.
So
Wait,
I hear
Warhammer
like an
Fantasy.
Uncle
I'm-
Ruckus theme playing.
Yes.
That's too much.
Womp, 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 womp,
So
Oh, no,
if you're
Seth,
going to be
don't.
helping
Don't.
them, if you're going to be helping them, then I won't be participating.
Look at it this way. Look at it this way.
No,
You didn't even let me finish.
I don't care what you have to say. I've made my decision, and that's final. He says as he touches the side of his helmet, and his the face mask comes down.
Flick.
It'd be so funny if it
I'm
jammed right then.
Well, all right. I guess.
I have
suppose
my
you will be
noise
missing out.
dampeners on now, bitch.
All right. I guess we will be missing out on basically unaliving all the orcs that your little heart desires, and maybe celebrating with some victory beer. But-
Listen. I kneel down like I would like a toddler, right? Because I'm really fucking tall.
All right.
I adjust Foster's like jacket, and I click the button, and the helmet opens up again. It's like Foster. Foster. Come on, look at me. Come on.
Fucking phone call.
Oh, phone call again? Are you kidding me? A phone call.
Good
In the
time.
middle
I don't
of
know why
mother,
the fuck
son,
people keep calling me
girlfriend.
all the time.
Maybe you've gotten popular.
God damn it.
Tell them you're busy. You're playing D&D. More important, man.
Yeah, you're playing with your
Literally that.
mama.
I like his
Actually
spirit.
taking...
And he says,
Are you-
this pointing. Sorry, he says this pointing at Foster.
Defiance
Hold
is
on
a
a minute.
virtue, yeah. Okay, I'll hold on. I'm just messing with your jacket.
Yeah. Usually you like to get into
Avoid it.
chaos.
Fucking
I need
Christ.
God damn it. Everything hinges on Foster.
2 hours later.
5 years later.
1 eternity later.
I can't top that one.
So much later than the old narrator was replaced with a new one.
Oh,
And
no.
they had- I was waiting to see if someone would do that.
Okay,
I'm
there
just
we go.
happy.
Are you back?
All right. Yeah, I'm back now.
I adjust your little jacket, and I click the button to open up your helmet. It's like, Foster, listen to me. Come on, look at me. Come on. Are you actually paying
Unless
attention or
we're
not?
unless at the end of what you're going to say, we're going to be exterminating them, then I don't want to hear anything.
Listen, we will be exterminating a part of them. Right? Our mission was to prevent the raid from happening. Now, I have a special little mission for you. If you want it.
What?
It will involve killing greenskins. No offense.
He looks actually offended.
Oh,
Just like
I want
rude.
you to prep the landing area. I want you to undermine the entire area. As soon as they step foot onto the beach, that their ships are locked. They are landlocked. Effectively, and I want you to create little holes that you can pop out from, that you can take pot shots from. Little tunnels. Can you do that for me?
No.
No. Okay. And I said, like, stroke your cheek a little bit. Okay. The second thing is, I want you to create a little safe space. A little safe area under the ground where we can retreat to, because we might have a bit of a plan if things go sour. Can you do that for me?
Nope.
You're not going to partake in anything I ask you to do.
Nope. Not if we're going to be helping that.
Okay. Okay, sweetheart. Tell me what the problem is.
I'm not going to be participating in someone else's misery, because what are they going to do next when they become the leader? Oh, I'm supposed to care about their sob story about, oh, my leader has fallen ill for some bitch. I don't care. You're just gonna go
Okay,
back to
okay.
raiding and causing war and misery. That's what
Foster,
you
Foster.
people do.
While I understand what you're saying, we're on a tentative agreement that they pull out from at least this area.
Well, congratulations. You can do it without my help.
Our only job is to ensure that Beer's End does not meet any, well, Beer's End and its surrounding territories does not meet continuous raids.
Foster. I'm a former raider too, you know that, right?
Yeah. And I could put my feelings aside for you, but I can't put my feelings aside for this and this operation. I will have no part in it.
Okay, listen, I know how this song and dance goes. I've been a part of it. There is fuck all here to raid. Unless they want to discriminately kill everyone here, there is nothing in it for them.
I wouldn't put it past them.
This is a distraction at best. My guess is that bitch that you mentioned is trying to use these people to cause a distraction or for any other political or power play that they have in mind. These things, as you call them, don't want to be here.
Well, then
So
they
if
can
we
leave.
No, they can't. They are honor bound. They're bound to their chief. We get rid of the chief, they leave.
Yeah, and they're just gonna go raid somewhere else.
Yes, exactly. And not here.
Yeah, I can't accept that. If you're okay with that, fine, but I will not participate, and I will not aid in their them raiding elsewhere. I will not give my talent.
Foster, you know, traveling takes time. And I take him out of the tent, like a toddler on my arm.
Okay, I'm assuming all of you are going outside.
Yes.
Yeah, Foster, away from big guy. Foster, traveling takes time.
I linger for just a second.
Yeah.
And then we'll head out.
Traveling takes time. We have Ekelin Folk, and we have what is his name again? Yosin Yenzo. And we have Yenzo on our side. We need time to prepare defenses Something that for some reason, these people did not have time to do. I suspect that bitch that you're talking about is also behind it. If not her, then her employers. If you, and I boop his nose. If you come up with a plan to capture this bitch in midst of all this chaos, we will have a foot in the door to solving this all peacefully. You understand?
I understand exactly what you're saying, but I don't care. I'm not
Foster,
helping.
and they sort of like bounce him on my arm. Foster, come
I'm
on.
not helping.
So
You
you're
can
saying
find some
you
other
don't
scum
want...
excavationist
You're
to
not
help
scum.
out.
Foster, come
I
on now.
choke on my drink as she says that.
Oh,
I just look with the biggest side eye and just turn slowly, like,
Foster, think about it. We can use Yenzo's connections to mobilize defenses in all the surrounding areas to make them aware of the raid that is incoming. These guys will have no place to go but far, far away. Perhaps even back to their own lands where they can prey upon their own people.
That's not how it works.
How do you know? I used to be a raider.
And so they're just going to raid elsewhere.
Yes, and they're going to keep losing numbers. We've already done a number
Well-
on their entire operation, but I have a feeling this is but a tendril in their entire horde. What we have uncovered now will be leverage enough for Yenzo to mobilize the entire surrounding area, and we will have more troops than this entire raiding party will have. What we do need to do is cut off the head of the snake.
Oh, and it's just going to replace it with another head.
that's a Hydra.
Yes. Potentially one that we can control.
You're not giving me a vote of confidence right now.
No, but I'm asking you to trust me anyways.
I'm sticking to my guns.
Well,
Sticking
we
to your
tried.
guns. Okay.
What's a gun?
Well, I can't ask anything else of you, but I will ask, what are you going to do?
I'm
Are you
going
back
to
to
figure
BSN?
out. I'm going to figure out something, but it'd probably be safer for you to not know.
Okay, as long as it doesn't involve throwing crowbars where we're in the middle of peaceful negotiations.
Oh, I won't be throwing crowbars. You can trust that.
Will you be throwing anything else we should be
Well,
worried
that
about?
worries me then.
Mhm.
Foster is just gonna put his finger to his nose.
Okay, will you do me one favor then?
It depends.
Okay. Should you go back to Beersend, and I'm pretty sure you have one magnificent tunnel to dig. If you go back to Beersend, inform Yenzo and his lovely partner. And maybe even Ekrim Falk of what happened here, yeah? Mobilize the defenses of Beersend. If things do go sour, and you're right, at least Beersend will be protected, yeah?
Sure.
That's all I'm asking. And I put him down again.
All right.
Okay, you
If
okay?
he walks,
Yeah?
if he walks away, does he walk? Do you walk away from us?
I had him on my arm for like the longest time.
Foster's going to he's gonna work on figuring out how to get to Beer's End. Or how he's going to get to Beer's End, not so much how he's going to.
Probably walking and or digging.
So if he's out of earshot, I'm going to tell her he's going to get us killed, and walk away myself.
You're now realizing this?
Yeah, probably one day. But
Yeah,
I'm
see.
hoping his
Very soon.
that boy has a weird sense of luck around him. As if fate itself is twisting around and coiling around him.
Yeah.
We have
well,
not seen the
I
last
hope-
of his adventures.
Yeah, well, I hope his luck doesn't get him or anyone else killed, because despite my healthy relationship with this gourd, I have a goal I wish to achieve before I meet my end.
Understandable. So do I. But his luck did find an enchanting wizard, so...
I miss Grimry.
Grimry's
You
gone.
can call him back whenever.
He's gonna deliver his letter. I don't know how long it's gonna take.
Definitely a little bit over
You
a
could
day.
Just, yeah.
Oh,
Whenever
boy.
he's done, you could just be like, when you're done, just
My
resettle
boy.
yourself. Like, my baby boy.
All right. So,
Bree.
mind you, while you were all talking, you did notice this stuff that was kind of going on feasibly around the time when you were speaking to each other. You saw that you could only assume his name's what was it, Richter, the hobgoblin, because he was called inside temporarily after you heard Richter come in. He got called in. He was gone for reasonably about a minute or two as you guys were having the discussion. And then he came out walking around you, and now he's what looks like to be reasonably out of earshot. So right around the time when Foster begins to kind of walk away from the group, and just as you're about to leave Dusk, he does motion Mathilda and the rest of you to kind of follow him. Up to you guys if you end up following him or not.
He's a strong silent type,
Sure.
isn't he?
I'll follow.
I'm sticking with the
alcohol.
group. Also, that hobgoblin booty.
Stop.
Gotta keep
Oh my
following.
God.
Got me acting sus.
Yeah.
Woman, we're here. Woman, we're here
Got
to
me acting
negotiate.
unwise.
Okay.
I'm just like, so really, we are here. We're here to negotiate, not parlay with the enemy.
I'm here to
Listen,
salivate.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, God.
Why not both?
To salivate.
And this is how you see. This is how
Listen.
international affairs occur.
A woman's form of diplomacy is different than a man's. Okay, that's all I'll say.
Right. Listen, I could go to a distant land, negotiate with the ambassadors of another land, and both officially and unofficially. But you don't see me doing that.
Well, that sounds like a huge problem.
So what you
No, it's because and just certain areas are politically sensitive, and I'm not trying to instigate civil war.
All I'm hearing is nonsense. Not gonna lie.
Aw.
So,
Again, how are you not dead?
Because he's my best
with
friend, he's
all
my
of you
pal.
kind of
He's my
splitting off a
homeboy,
little
my
bit.
rotten
Sorry,
soldier.
we're running
He's
out of
my
time, and I
sweet
wanna
cheese,
kinda get this
my
done
good time
before
boy.
we split off. So,
Naturally.
yeah. Seth, not Seth. What was it, Foster? I'll get to you in a second. But for the rest of the party who do follow, God damn it, I already forgot his name. What did I call him? Richter. Richter.
Hobby.
Richter.
Hobby.
Richter.
Scale.
Oh.
Ah.
As you all follow him, he does lead you about 25 feet away, just a little bit down the mound that you guys are kind of what's the word I'm looking for? Positioned in. He takes you not too far, but he takes you to a place where it appears to be several goblins and orcs are setting up 3 separate tents. And he kind of motions to the rest of you, and then he proceeds to kind of point at the ground. And even though he hasn't said a word, you could feel like he's trying to, in his own way, say, "This is for you. This is your area."
Yeah,
Just look-
Dentor.
I look up.
Three
look
tents
up
are being
in-
set up at the moment. They're not set up, but they are in the process of being so by these goblins and orcs.
I just look up and say, "Thank you, thank you."
Yes, thank you.
He nods and then he walks off, proceeding to go do whatever Richter does.
Why, Richter?
I lost my
Alright.
hip into Zerulea's
Bonk.
side.
Bonk.
I saw that.
I
I
blushed
just
a
pull
little
out.
bit.
I just pull out this. I just pull out this staff and just go bonk. Behave.
Whack.
Alright.
Oh,
So now that you have technically a little area of operations from within the orc encampment, I will ask you guys in a second what you would like to do. But I would like to go back to Foster real quick just to see what he's going to be up to. And does this need to be a private conversation, or is it okay if we have it here, Foster?
No, it's all good.
Okay. So, Foster, you're splitting off from the rest of the party. You didn't follow. No orc or goblin or bugbear around here seems to be bothering you as you pass on by further down the hill. Where do you intend to go? I know you're going to Beerzen, but if I may ask,
Do they have any horses?
there does appear to be a small pen, not unlike the one that was set up from the last one, where all the slaughtered horses, goats, and pack mules were. There is a pen nearby. What would you like to do?
I want to take a horse. Oh.
Can you
Okay.
even ride the thing?
what, like a pony
Yeah.
or something?
No, like an actual
Shut up.
horse.
Okay.
Can you even reach
Again.
the stirrups? Like,
That's what I was wondering. How are you even going to ride this thing?
I can make stairs out of dirt.
oh my god. But you're just gonna
So-
ask them, like, lift the stirrups up higher. No, higher. Higher? Like, my feet need
Look
to
at my
go in
legs.
them, like, higher.
I can't
First
wait
things
for
first.
the animal handling check.
First things first.
Oh.
As you approach the pen, and I'm assuming you're gonna just go past it, or you're gonna try to go underneath it, right? Or over it, whatever, it doesn't matter. But point you're getting on inside the pen, right?
Right.
As you're doing that, one of the orcs that was standing relatively on duty, who was leaving you alone up until this point, but he does begin to kind of like shout in your direction as you're like going inside the pen. You don't understand what he's saying because you don't have,
Oh.
Take one of the piggies.
Yeah, I'm just
Like,
going
take one of the
to
goblin
lift
mounts.
I'm gonna lift my hand and say, your boss asked me to assist. I'll be borrowing one of these horses.
Go ahead and roll me a persuasion
Actual
check at
horse.
disadvantage.
Okay.
Why not a piggy?
I don't want a pig.
If you nat 20 this, I'm gonna laugh, Foster. Despite
Roll
the
two natural
disadvantage.
20s.
Jeez.
I'm gonna cross all my fingers just to see how good this
Oh,
goes.
God. Way to death flag it.
Was that a deception check he's gonna make?
No persuasion.
I mean, he is deceiving them though.
The thing is,
I mean-
it's also hard to understand. I'll rule like this: either or works here, because I mean, one way or the other, they can't really understand you, and you're just essentially just kind of trying to
like
capitalize on the fact
horse.
that you've been kind of given.
Boss. Me.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So it's either or. It's whichever one you want to roll. But it's
I
all-
guess
it's
I
all
would
gonna be-
just be
it's all gonna be
pointing at where I came out of.
One where, like I said, it's still all at disadvantage because you're trying to communicate without sharing a language with this guy.
Yeah, that works out for me. Let's see. Okay, so my deception is
roll.
a +4. Okay, so
I mean,
Okay,
that's not bad. Oh, shit.
19.
19.
Well, 15 because I said disadvantage. This is the
Yeah,
what was it?
19 total.
Okay, 9. Well. Oh wait, you add plus 14. Oh, you did. You
Wait.
just roll now. Okay, I see what you
You
mean.
almost got a nat 20.
Almost. That's
Yeah.
funny. And what's your? You said it was a modifier of +4 for your deception roll.
Yeah.
God damn. All right. Well. Shit.
Damn, Foster.
All right. You
Need a
with
bathroom break, I'll be
the
right back.
Take your time.
with the confidence of Foster that you have, you roll up, and despite being yelled at, you yelled back even louder. You know, you just kind of motion to the big boss, and he looks really.
Shut up! He points to the boss's hut.
And like some minuscule part in this orc's brain, you know, kind of susses out two and two together. And it looks like he wants to argue or say something, but because he's unsure of what to do, he doesn't do anything. So by the time you start getting onto your mount, he just... and then he actually begins to open up the pen for you.
Shut up!
Shut up, I'm allowed to do what I want.
Just like, and that's...
All right.
Just like, and that... Oh, God.
You literally unga-bungaed your way through language that you don't share with the sand just to get a horse. That's fucking funny.
Yeah.
Again, this is where this just brings back to my original question I asked him in another session. How are you still alive?
Alright.
Well, you know, I got the halfling luck.
That is fair.
course.
That's
That's
fair.
big boyish luck.
So yeah, I'm just going to basically peel out of there. The horse version of burning rubber before taking off down the road.
Well, was it like sunset just dramatically drifting off into the horizon while you fully backdrop against it? Just
he just pulls a Zorro ending. You just have him just holds the horse's hair to just see the horse on its hind legs going. It's like, hi, oh, Silver!
Yeah, easily. You okay? What the fuck?
No, that's just
Yeah, what was that?
I was walking.
Jesus. Okay, gotcha. So, Foster, no one stops you. You gallop really quickly past many people, almost, I would say, almost running over somebody before they kind of dove out of the way. They yell at you, but you don't care as you begin to make your way out of this camp undisturbed by everybody else.
I tried to swerve into them because, you know,
Oh
I
my
got
god,
bigotry.
this is not GTA.
I got bigotry on my side.
So
You have bigotry on your side.
So
now.
it will take you probably because you're technically on horse and you're just galloping and I would say you'd probably get there just before nightfall on horse if you're just booking it the entire way, okay?
Yeah, you know, stopping to let the horse rest, grab, you know, a drink, and then, you know, keep on going.
So yeah, just at the 6-hour mark, like I said, if you're just beelining for it, and you know, I'll say you probably won't run into anything out here just for the sake of brevity, but you'll probably get there within 6 hours. The beer's done, booking it.
Sounds good.
Mind you, that means the party's split, and technically there's two things going on. So next time, we'll see how things play out. But you know, just keep in mind, Foster, if a battle does occur, it might take a while for that to complete.
Here's what I'll say. We could work out something that like doesn't need to be like played in game, so that we could be ready next game.
Yeah. And then for the rest of the party, by the way, because, you know, like, a lot of this is kind of, like, going on at the same time, relatively. You guys technically have 2 days worth of waiting to do in camp, or do whatever you want. So for next time, you know, just give it some thought. You know, what would your characters want to do in the meantime, in the interim of waiting for this inevitable encounter? Because you guys can either stay here, or you guys can go to Beer's End, as long as you guys are back within the 2 days. You guys think it'll be fine with it. But, you know, give it some time. Like, what would your character do on
exactly what I'm going to do.
a relative day off? Days off, I should say.
gonna spend as much time with this chief as I can to try and gauge, like, no, not like that.
Yeah, I was about to say,
That's not what I.
if you wanted to flirt with me, Madeline, you could just flirt with me. You don't have to wait till next game session. Okay?
God.
No, I was
Oh
about
my
to say
God.
if.
No, I'm gonna try and gauge as much as I can from this guy, and if possible, sort of like not climb a ladder, but like make it clear to everyone just by being around this guy that we're not just visitors. You know, we're working together. So it's sort of like propping ourselves up. That we're on the same side here, like, you know, agreements were made.
Just, like I said, give it some time. You have a week. Think about what you as your character would do to make some of those things happen. Or, what you know, like I said, just think about it. Think of it as like downtime activities, yeah? And then obviously Foster, same thing, except yours is going to be 6 hours of travel, followed by probably arriving just as the sun's beginning to dip over the horizon in Beersend. And just figuring out what
Foster just arrives at Beersend.
Gotcha.
He's like, they're all traitors! There's gonna be an orc army!
The redcoats are coming! The redcoats are coming!
No.
The greenskins are coming! The greenskins are coming!
Alright.
Enzo's just like, I asked you not to say that.
I specifically asked you. Wait, what? In front of my older girlfriend, really?
Come on, man. Right in
Friend of my
son and wife.
friend of my half-orc Waizu? Really?
Yes,
She
he's-
read you stories.
I mean, you're cool.
My half-orc wife, and then you just start hearing the Uncle Ruckus music as I open my mouth.
Yeah.
Dude,
I'm
that
just
must have
like-
been the weirdest first few days for Foster. You just arrive here fully being racist, but you're like, I'm not racist enough not to hear her story time, okay?
Right.
Then you just have me just being like, I'm just looking at this. I'm like, I'm not nearly drunk enough for this nonsense. Getting the gourd and just starts sweeting it down.
There was
Foster's just like-
more prevalent things at hand.
Foster's just like, yeah, she's only half-orc. She's one of the good ones.
Bruh.
It's like, what the
half
fuck?
and half.
Oh my god.
Oh
Thank you,
my
don't
god,
forget.
Foster.
Don't come to town next week.
Oh Jesus!
Oh my god.
Oh, I can.
Alright,
I
I
would
think it's
also
safe
like
to
to
call
point-
it here.
Yeah, I would also like to call out one last thing for the people watching Twitch, especially. We are not a brand risk.
I'm not a brand
When-
risk.
When
I
did I
can't
start
vouch for
DMing
Cody.
myself?
Oh.
I can't vouch for anyone else.
I can confidently say I'm not just for my own sake, and because I may or may not be on Twitch at one point in the future.
Oh shit.
Because he's my best friend, he's my pal.
Yeah.
He's my homeboy, my rotten soldier. He's my sweet
Yeah,
cheese,
I'm
my
thinking-
good time boy.
I'm just looking in between Picardo and Twitch. I may do streams, one here and one on Picardo, depending on the content.
Yeah.
Depending on the con. Yeah, I was gonna say.
Yeah, because
I'm still
some people
looking
ruined
forward to
art
seeing
for
that
things.
whole booty clap thing.
it'll
I
come.
know you're working on something.
Yeah.
Oh,
That-
and
Mhm.
oh, sorry, I don't mean to interrupt, but I do want to add one little caveat. If you do end up knowing what you want to do, just to make my life a little easier and to actually have prepped work, because like I said, I can't read everyone's mind. I don't know exactly what you guys will intend to do, but if you guys could
Post it
get,
to-
that's preferably before, wait a little bit, like a day or two before the game day next week. If you could let me know what you intend to do, I could get stuff prepped and ready for you and your character. So that way, I don't have to
Do
kind of.
not do it the day before.
Please don't.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna send it right. I'm just gonna send it right now before I forget.
Yeah. And if you guys do get more ideas or you want something a little bit more in depth, feel free to once again send it. Like, I'm available more or less the entirety of the next few days. Just don't do it the day before game day, because at that point I'm like, I will try to fit it in, maybe if I have time, but I can't guarantee I will be able to put the
I
proper
will
worth
also
out.
add, Hex, if you could start Fantasy Grounds tomorrow, then maybe Seth could go over creating a character with everyone else. And
I have my own, and I can just.
they need to create the character on Hex's game, though.
Yes, but I mean, I can run. I can still run through it. Character creation
that's
on all my
fine.
test servers.
Can we count
There's no
on
pressure
you,
on
Seth,
Hex, is
to
all I'm saying.
arrange? No, okay, but Seth, can you then arrange for everyone to prepare their characters on Hex's server?
I mean, sure.
Like, can you
And
communicate all that, even with me? Like, hey, Matt, do you have time now? Like, I will do that. Like, oh, Hex's server is online. Matt, can you make your character now? Like, I could do that, right?
Sure.
Right. My rotten soldier.
I'll have the server open tomorrow, like around the time I wake up, and I'll have it more or less running all day. I can't guarantee I'll do anything with it because I do have my own D&D game to be a part of, and then streaming afterwards.
No. Just being having it on is enough. Then people can make their characters and all that kind of stuff. And if you have characters, for me, it will be easier then to explain the next part of like creating maps and stuff. Because then you can click on their tokens to see their point of view. Okay. Well, okay. I guess that's it for today. I had fun.
I did too.
Oh, yeah.
I want to know Foster's origin for his bigotry. Like that's something I really want to know. And for anything else, I had fun. It was a great game. And I guess I'll see you guys tomorrow for the Viscera cleanup detail game
Can't
with
wait.
Cody.
Yeah, I suppose I'm. Oh shit! I'm not
What?
gonna be able to do that.
You're flying, aren't you?
Oh, why
I'm
not?
literally not gonna be home. Yeah, I'm not gonna be home.
Oh,
Right.
Seth!
So basically, are we still streaming?
Yes.
yeah, we are still streaming.
Oh.
Yes.
Okay, well, good news, everyone. I am completely 100% debt free, and the
Let's
business
go!
really,
That's
the
great!
business has really taken off, and I got the job that I've been wanting for basically like almost 3 years, and so that's where I'm going to be. I'm going to be going for my training to do that, and so yeah, that's gonna be fun.
You waited. Why didn't you
Let's
tell me?
go!
I completely forgot because
Oh my
I've
god,
been
that is so you.
fucking like I've been so stressed because
I've been so stressed, Mama.
it's been all day where I've just been constantly being called by people. When is your flight? When is your flight? When is it's
Oh
like
my god.
fucking shit. Like,
Okay,
yeah, if
okay.
I said I didn't know if I didn't know
I'm
2
so
hours
happy
ago,
for you.
I would But
But
yeah,
Cody-
no, it's fucking great. I'm super
But-
happy.
But Cody, when is your flight, though?
So I'll send you a package and it'll be ticking, but that's where the answer will be.
Oh no.
No, I deserve this.
No.
This is what I deserve.
I'm
I am
super
one
happy
to
for
just-
you.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. No, Matt, go.
I was gonna say, well. First off, congratulations on being debt free. Second off, please do not send in the package. That's because you just got work. We don't need you to be fired on the same day in the speed run.
100% work lost.
They wouldn't be able to find it with me.
Don't you? I think you overestimate yourself sometimes, and I say this genuinely as a friend and a colleague. Please don't test them.
Underestimate myself.
Please.
It's still cool though. Good shit, man.
Yeah, good shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For tomorrow, I'm going to try and maybe do a surprise game then. Whether it's blatant sorcery, whether it's Soul Calibur, it might even be Minecraft with like technical mods. I don't fucking know.
What about
That sounds
Rimshot?
kinda
I
fun.
mean Rimworld.
Hey yo,
Ringworld, maybe. The updates still haven't really 100% come through. Maybe Skyrim even,
yes.
but I can't
Actually, we
guarantee it'll be
should.
done tomorrow.
I would. I'm
Um,
curious to see. I'm curious to see your gameplay in Skyrim. I mean, we have gotten some Fallout 4 stuff, so curious to see how you do stuff in Skyrim.
Oh, I fucking love Skyrim.
Yeah.
There's still this whole decision I need to make whether it's going to be Mathilda or Madeline.
Mhm.
So one is just going to be like a bow and like mounted combat with a boar. I'm going to try and get the boar. And Madeline is just going to be like Madeline the Paladin. Like, we're going to try and become a beast. The difficulty will be immensely high. We're definitely going to do vampire.
Oh,
All that kind of stuff. So we'll see. I can't guarantee that it'll be done tomorrow because this 400 plus months it's gonna take a while. And I'd rather not crash every time. Like we've had crashes with Fallout with less than 100 mods.
fair enough.
And I'd rather test it first. So tomorrow might be a surprise. And if things don't work out, it'll just be Fallout again. Okay.
All right.
I'm gonna see to add Cody. You're still supposed to send me some images,
Yes.
more channel redeems, because those are now that I'm getting the hang of it. It's really fun to do. I'm also comparing costs with other streamers, because if you
Understand
get to spam like 10 hydrates in a fucking row. That's a bit much, you know.
I
Understand.
mean, we want to
but-
keep you healthy. In fact, you know what? Here's the hydrate. There you go. You're welcome.
Just want you to swallow.
Of course I do. Come on, man. We're your stream. You know what we're gonna do to you.
Mhm.
I no. Well, me personally, I'm just glad you're getting hydrated. I can't speak for everyone else having dirty-minded thoughts.
I'm also looking into the whole OPS thing. I'm of the mind that every stream should at least, whether, again, like my life lesson, right? Doesn't matter if you take small steps forward, as long as you keep moving forward, right?
Yeah.
I'm looking into using different scenes. I'm also trying to get one of those Elgato stream decks with like the
Okay.
buttons and stuff. I want the whole scene transition to be a bit smoother. Maybe even
Okay.
add like a Cody vision where he's just like giggling, you know, like on a pogo stick, just jumping around. I don't know.
I
Like
would
some
watch
fun
our-
stuff. And
I-
that gets automated as well. So if you were
Hey.
to redeem that scene actually fucking plays and transitions and all that kind of stuff. The outfit for Commissar Mad is almost done. We're getting out of the prototyping phase. But Zadeki has asked to be given time to actually get everything done. So we'll see how that goes. He's been doing amazing work. Other than that, I don't have a confirmation yet on emojis. I don't have a confirmation yet on custom gifts. Not yet. Give it time. I also have a company to run, so in all honesty, I should only be working 2 days a week, but it's slightly more than that at the meantime. But at least we have the stream to help me relax, so that's fun. Anyways, I'd like to thank all of you today. Glitter, Seth, Nomad, Hex, Force, Cody, for joining us today. And all of you for joining us today as well. And hopefully next session will be in Fantasy Ground so we can like show off the environment a bit. And yeah, I'll see you guys tomorrow.
Hell yeah.
Ooh, a
Right.
life lesson maybe. Ah, crap. Okay, I've got one.
All right.
If you're sad, it's okay to be sad. Just know that you have friends around you and people who care, even though you don't realize it. And against your better judgment, seek those people out. Don't have to bombard or trauma dump them, but just seek them out, have a good time, have a change of mind, have a change of heart, clear your headspace a bit. You'll see it does wonders. Okay? And stay motivated to keep moving forward. That's it. Anyone else got anything to say?
Sure. The real motivational speech. If the water in the swimming pool is warm, get out.
Oh.
Fucking God.
You're welcome.
And if
Because he's my best friend, he's
I'd
my
like
pal,
also like
he's
that.
my homeboy,
Thank you
my
for
rotten
watching
soldier,
Madeline
he's my sweet
and,
cheese,
you know,
my
all
good
the rest
time
of us,
boy.
you know, do this game. If you like generally the content that we're doing, don't forget to, you know, follow and, you know, do the doobly-doo, support us, including Glitterghost, also, who is also a streamer, or myself, who also streams. I'm just not streaming the game right now.
Thank you so much for saying that. I fucking forget every goddamn time, and I really should call that out more. Cody, Glitter, and Hex, all three of them have their own channel. Please check them out. They're such amazing people.
Thank
And
you.
I understand that Glitter and Hex have like playthroughs more and more now. And I'm so glad you two have found each other, because I've caught glimpses of it. It's real great content. It's so wholesome.
We had fun.
So,
Eventually, I'm gonna
yeah,
get back
I've
to
even seen like the
streaming.
Pokemon thing.
You would do it. I would watch your
Yeah,
stuff.
Yeah.
I've seen some of his old stuff. I mean, from a while back, right? And Cody's stuff. What did you play at the time? Like it was some sort of like an Asian sort of MMORPG kind of thing, I think, or was it
That's a
Final Fantasy? I
good-ass-
can't.
That is a good ass question. I can't remember what I know. I started playing a lot of
No.
VR games, but I gotta get
You've
back
played
to that.
FNAF, right?
No,
And like spooky games.
not FNAF, but I have played some spooky games.
Check
FNAF
Cody
isn't
out.
Spooky. It just is jump scares.
Yes, but honey, only do streaming again if you can combine it with your work, okay?
Oh yeah,
Your
no,
real
it's
life is
so
more
when
important.
when I'm not when I don't, because the main goal is to not have to work anymore and also blow up and act like I don't know nobody.
Honestly, though, dude,
The
like
fuck?
keep us in the loop. Like, I genuinely want to celebrate your success with you. So, you know, once you know you get some more good news, let us know. Yeah.
Exactly. And I will never forgive you if you act like that to me. You came from my loins and you've always been trying to get back in there. So you fucking. You
Oh yeah, Twitch safe. Sure.
Okay,
not
well,
a bad
well,
risk.
well, this has been a fun
I
stream.
can't help what
and
other
thanks,
people do.
guys. Yeah, well, this has been a fun stream, ladies and gentlemen. Great to see you. I'll be taking my leave. Have a good night.
Much love. Bye, everybody.
Yeah,
Bye.
bye everyone. Bye.